I rank where the view is nothing less than phenomenal. For how I express and project from my abdominal. The only view better, both my daddy and my mama know. No living parents, my sons give me balance. My wife is my serenity, this mic is my identity. The world is foul enough, that's why I write without obscenities. Provoking danger with broken language and spoken anguish. Begging to get hurt, why would you ask to go through changes? Yes, Lord, life's a chessboard, master the angles. Control the tempo, be the one who holds the info. Acknowledge is just as deadly as machete swings. When spoken, the truth is as potent as that Medellin. While others swear the style is free, I just let it ring. Our time is undervalued, soldiers make us better kings. My fans on my shoulder, reaching after better things. Today I take the shot, for them I'd rather set the screen.
My mama told me follow my dreams. My daddy told me get it by any means. Stand tall, make him bow to a king. But I've evolved, you can see the resolve. Look in my eyes when you speaking to God.
Life and for those who we caught up in using what I was taught with the muse. I guess they call it proving I'm more than an artist. Penciling out my darkest while stenciling out a harvest. And storing what gets me from A to B, just like garages. Instrumental with collages. Envision what I've been drawn. Broadway to give you rhythm like the great Lena Horne. So bent on, found comfort in the storm. Find peace and on when you see them others perform. Organized chaos, outcasted like hey ya.
Yo, what's good, everybody? Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the Knicks Morning Drive. I'm your man. I'm your host, Uncle Freezy. What's good? It's good to see y'all. It's good to see y'all. Starting a little bit late, man. Had some stuff. Had to push the joint back this morning, man. But I'm here. I'm healthy, and I'm glad to see y'all. I'm glad to be with y'all. Right? So we played the Brooklyn Nets last night. We didn't win. Moving on. So we played the Brooklyn Nets last night and we didn't win, and I'm moving on. Right? I'm going to move on with you. Right? Because I know you don't want to dwell. You don't want to dwell. You don't want to dwell on this loss. Okay, all right. I'll compromise. I won't move on with you. Not immediately. We'll recap a little bit. We will recap a little bit, and then we'll move on. How about that? Y'all ready for the roll call? If you're ready for the roll call, put a thumbs up in the chat. If you're ready for the roll call, put a thumbs up in the chat. If you're ready for the shout outs, if you're ready for the roll call, if you're ready for Uncle Freezy to say your name, throw a thumbs up in the chat. I'm ready for the roll call. I'm ready for it. I want to know if you're ready for it. If you're ready for a roll call, throw a thumbs up in the chat. How about that? There we go. I need some more thumbs up. I need some more energy from everybody this morning. What's good? I need some more energy in the chat. Right? I need some more energy in our chat, ladies and gentlemen. I need some more energy in the chat. I need to see some thumbs up in the chat. Y'all ready for the roll call? All right. Here we go. Y'all ready for the roll call? I'm ready. Y'all ready for the roll call? I'm ready. Y'all ready for the roll call? I'm ready. I'm ready. All right. Andrew College was good. Jermaine Royster's in the building. Sin Miz, my brother from another mother, was good. Kane Jerry was good. Felipe 210 was good. Jamie Peralta was good. Anthony D was good. Frederick was good. Robert Paul is in the building. Kane Jerry was good. Eric G is in the building. Eric G. Non-stop. Eric G is an android, ladies and gentlemen. Eric G is an android. He never sleeps. He never sleeps. Robert Paul was good. I see you. Foy Trey, what's happening? Raphael, God of Moses and Elijah is in the building. Raphael, one of these days, I'm going to get you on some street fighting, and it's going to be nasty. I'm just saying, Raphael. Don't sleep. Don't get it twisted. These thumbs are blessed by God. I'm just letting you know that right now. Don't get it twisted. You mess around and let me get Gal or Vega, it's a wrap. I'm just saying. You know me. I don't talk trash just to talk trash. But in this case right here, I'm talking trash. Was good. Terry Mosley was good. Hadouken Sharon was good. Hadouken Sharon was good. Christian Fortune was good. I see you. Was good. Chop low. Chop. With my box. Chop with my box. You said box soon come. Was good. Was good, Chop. Was good. Was good. Kane Jerry and Dripmore is in the building. Was good. I love seeing Dripmore in the building. You know what I mean? L. Jordan was good. Hey, Delano Steele, I promise you I missed your text message, man. I was on a scissor lift and had machinery with me, man. And when you hit me, I just can't play that, man. You know what I'm saying? You know how it is when you be on machines, bro. You can't mess around with your phone for multiple reasons. For one, if I'm up in the air like 23 feet and I drop my phone, you know what I'm saying? You know how it is. Hey, so pardon. You know what I'm saying? Still, pardon that. You know, that's an oversight. That wasn't me slipping. That was an oversight. You know what I mean? Frederick was good. Lily Phillips is in the building. Lily Phillips says, "Hey, Freezy, you all right?" Yeah, I'm all right. Can't you tell? Hey, yesterday I just dipped, man, because I took some medicine. I took some sinuses. You know what I'm saying? Miss Mocha slipped me a Mickey. You know what I'm saying? She slipped me the joint for your sinuses. I thought it was like the daytime joint, and it was just a regular joint. So about halfway through, I was like, y'all know how it is. Man, look at all these thumbs up in the chat, man. I'm so excited to see y'all, be with y'all. You know what I'm saying? This chat buzzing already. Chat popping already, man. Yo, Frederick is like safety first. Yeah, safety first, bro. Hey, we don't play that. It's safety first. And then I mess around and drop my phone and have to pay that insurance thing to get a brand new phone. Hey, Verizon don't play that, bro. I had to pay like $256 for them to replace my phone. For a text message, still, you gotta wait, bro. You know what I'm saying? I gotta pay $256 to break my phone over a text. Y'all gotta wait, bro. I'm sorry. Hey, I'm sorry. Hey, listen, I'm not rich like Raphael. I'm not rich like God of Moses and Elijah. You know what I'm saying? It's safety first, bro. Personal safety and phone safety and equipment safety. You know what I'm saying? Mess around and bust up a scissor lift. Do you know how much they're gonna charge? Do you know how long I gotta wait for somebody to come? And then for them to get. Don't get me started, man. Don't get me started. So Anthony D says, "Yo, Uncle Freezy, I need my check for standing there for you yesterday." Oh, hey man, listen. When y'all come on here, y'all know Blorange Tears is not just about Uncle Freezy. Blorange Tears is a family, bro. Blorange Tears is a family. Hey, Anthony D, you know how it is. Hey, AD, you know how it is. You know how it is when you go to the family reunion and you have all your good clothes. And as soon as you get there, your auntie, the older ones, be like, "Baby, we need for you to work the grill." And you like, "Work the grill? It took me 3 weeks to find this outfit." And she like, "But yeah, the pans and the pans and utensils is right over there." Like she ain't care nothing about your outfit. Nothing. AD, you know how it is. You know, hey, y'all know how it is. Family reunion, you come to see your cousins. Gigi, Rico, them from Cleveland, Peanut, all of them, you know what I'm saying, coming in from out of town. You know what I'm saying? You got your special bag in the trunk. You trying to hurry up and find your cousins you ain't seen in a minute and get to that special bag and show off. And your auntie be like, "Yo, Uncle Freezy, man, I need for you to work the grill." You be like, "Auntie, look how I'm dressed." And she be like, "Yeah, but the ribs is over there." Y'all, hey, you know how it is. You know how it is. Yeah, hey, y'all know how it is. And don't be acting like we ain't family either. Don't be because I came in here mad sleepy just now. Red, my eyes are red. I came in here. Been up all night. You know what I'm saying? Gonna do the next morning drive. You know what I'm saying? Then work on the online mall. Do a few other things. Then take it like a hour nap and then get ready to go back to work tonight. Y'all know how it is. Come in here, but when I get around y'all, man, I get mad energetic. Get mad energetic. Be mad excited. I be happy to see y'all, man. Knicks lost. Mets took victory or took defeat out of the jaws of victory. You know how Mets fans, you know how another wasted Jacob deGrom start. Y'all know how that is. Y'all know how that is. Yeah, right. So the Mets wasted Jacob deGrom start, and then the Knicks lose to Brooklyn. So you know how the night was going. Already, you know how the night was going. You know what I mean? Y'all know how it is. Knicks for life was good. Was good. I see y'all. Man, y'all get that energy up. What's good? What's good? So I'm mad, right? I'm frustrated. I'm frustrated, man. I'm frustrated with Tom Thibodeau. Right? I'm frustrated with Tom Thibodeau. Right? And I know what y'all gonna say, yeah, Uncle Freezy, why you always blaming Tom Thibodeau for everything that go on? Yo, this mic, man, is so I got the mic joint. Y'all laughed at my mic, the one I had taped up. My mic that I had on injury, the one that I used to swing from this way or from this way, right? So I have this mic here. Got a little joint off Amazon, little joint, man, with the little P popper on it. Whatever special mic, man. It's a dope mic. It's high quality. But it's in the way. I had no idea that my small little area would be invaded by a bunch of stuff. I got a microphone and it's in my way. I feel like no lie, man. I feel like I'm the fifth member of Leaders of the New School or something. I feel like I'm about to spit these bars that I don't have with all this stuff in the way. So I talked to Ms. Mocha about maybe having us build a studio, right? You know, some state-of-the-art joint. You know what I'm saying? That I'll probably, you know what I'm saying? Build a joint. I was like, yo, I'm thinking about just building a studio. And I'm going to get to Frank Ntilikina and Tom Thibodeau. Trust me. I'm getting to that. Trust me. I'm getting to that. But let me let y'all inside the lives of Freezy and Mocha, right? So I had promised her for a couple years that once we get all the kids out of our pocket, that I would get her a brand new car, right? A brand new car. I was like, baby, look, you know, I know the kids is almost 30, right? The kid's almost 30. You know what I'm saying? You know, they still need help, right? She's like, yeah, we need to, you know. So it's like, you know, we paying like cell phone bills, car insurance, little spot loans here and there, little stuff, monthly stuff, right? All our friends is like, they 30! Why are you still helping them? Yo, so yeah, our friends, right? Our friends, no lie, our friends is like, yo, why y'all still helping them? And you helping all of them? They 30, Uncle Freezy. They're like, yeah, man, you know, they just don't have that feeling of the struggle, right? Like Dripmore, tell me if you can attest to this, Dripmore, right? Like you driving, like it's 2021, right? So you driving your 2017 Honda Civic, brand new, man. Well, not brand new, but it was. You know what I'm saying? It's got the panoramic roof. It's got all these features on it. It's teched out, right? And then like you come home for Christmas, and that like you come home, like they come home for Christmas, and this is just one of them. One of them is driving the beautiful Buick SUV, whatever it is, right? They in the living room like, the struggle is real. How you got me driving this car? This car's like 4 years old. And I'm like, but when I was macking on your mommy, when I was trying to holler at your mama, you know what I'm saying? I was driving, what was I driving? I was driving like a 82. I was driving like a 82 Pontiac Grand Prix, right? It was fly, boy. It was fly. But it had everything wrong with it, right? And then I upgraded to a 83 Toyota, 84 Toyota Camry, white with rust all over it. Used to call it candy cane. Y'all know, used to call it peppermint. That was our cute name for it, you know what I'm saying? Because she had a white paint job and then the little rust spots on it, so we used to call it peppermint. Yo, hey, Delano Steele, that ain't funny. I won't push no Fiesta. I'm too big for that. I'm like 6'5.5". I can't drive no Fiesta. Thought you was funny. You thought that comment was gonna slide by. You're a comedian in your spare time. Ha ha ha. So, anyways, the kids is like, the struggle is real. How you expect me to live with an iPhone 11? What if I get into a dangerous place and my phone doesn't work? And Miss Mo could be nervous. She'd be like, you don't never want the kids to be in a situation where they can't use their phone. Hey, I'll look at this right on cue. My producer bought me some coffee. Thank you, babes. I love you. I got a cough drop in my mouth, so this coffee is going to be extra nasty.
Yeah.
The struggle is real. The struggle is real. Yo, let me tell you something. I'm going to just say this, and I promise you, I'm going to get back to Frank Ntilikina and Tom Thibodeau, right? But, fellas, if you got a girl and y'all shacking up and you love her and don't want her to never go nowhere, throw the ring on it, boss. Throw the ring on it. Because the worst thing, the worst mistake I ever made in my life was thinking that Miss Mocha was my possession. She ain't my possession. That ain't how it worked. That ain't work. I don't own her. You know what I'm saying? I have papers for her, right? But I don't own her. We coexist. Right? We coexist in this relationship. We like half and half. You know what I'm saying? So if you got somebody and you feel like you can't walk the rest of your existence happy without them, throw the ring on it. That's free advice. But anyway, what I'm getting at is the kids is like, Pops, how you expect me to drive around town in a Honda Civic? I can't pull those chicks in a Honda Civic. And I'm like, well, son, maybe your game ain't strong enough. Maybe you need to tighten up your game. You know what I'm saying? That may be what it is. Tighten your game up. You know? You think it's the car pulling chicks. But it's you pulling chicks, son. It's not the type of car you drive. It's what you say to them when you get the opportunity. It's what you say to them. My uncles them told me that a long time ago. My uncles them used to drive these bad OJs, boy. They used to push the dopest whips, right? They used to push the dopest cars, right? And chicks used to be lined up around the block for them, right? Right. Chicks used to be like, "Hey, Uncle Freezy, is Tommy home?" And I go upstairs. I'll be like, hey, man, this chick downstairs, she gorgeous. She look like an R&B diva. She want to know if you here. And he'd be like, yo, scale of 1 to 10, what she look like? Oh, I promise you, she like an 8. He'd be like, yo, tell her that I went to this grocery store and I'll be back in a couple hours. I'm like, oh, you crazy. You crazy. Oh, she fly. Hey, Uncle Freezy, stop talking back to me, man. You're a little boy. My uncle be like, Uncle Freezy, stop talking back to me. You're a little boy, Uncle Freezy. Yo, I promise I'm gonna get to, I promise you I'm gonna get to Frank and Tibbs, man. I'm gonna get to Frank and Tibbs. But yo, yeah, man. So the kids be like, yo, how you expect me to drive around town and such and such and such and such? And I'll be like, man, we didn't come from this, man. I was brought up in Jersey City, bro, on the hill. I was brought up in a situation where we had to catch buses places, bro, and different types of weather too. I ain't talking about just ice cold. I ain't talking about Jersey City winters all the time. I'm talking about Jersey City summers too. Bro, I'm talking about Jersey City summers too. You ever saw that Spike Lee joint, Do the Right Thing? Yo, Spike Lee, stop talking about the Knicks. Do the right thing, Spike Lee. Speaking of Spike Lee. Speaking of Do the Right Thing. Talking about Do the Right Thing, Spike Lee. I know you watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, Spike Lee. Do the right thing. Stop talking noise about our Knicks. Every time we turn around, you got something foul to say about the Knicks. Anytime something good happen, though, you quiet as a church mouse. Y'all notice that? Anybody in the chat ever notice that? Yo, Claremont. You look at Jermaine Royster. Yo, hey, JR. Yo, I used to live on Woodlawn. I used to live on Van Nostrand. Where else we live at? Man, I lived all over the hill, bro. I had cousins on Dwight Street. I used to go to PS15 like way back in the day. Whitney M. Young Jr. School. Like when I be telling y'all about them stories, like about Clyde Frazier. Yes. I used to go to this little joint on a corner of Ocean and what's the name of the street? And hey, Mocha, what's the street Aunt Mary used to live? Carteret? Yeah. I used to go to this joint on the corner of Carteret and Ocean. They used to have the best cheeseburgers in the world, boy. JR said he went to Lutheran. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah, man. I used to live on Van Nostrand between Ocean and Jackson. Between Ocean and Jackson. There's a basketball court and a tennis court up there. I fell in love with hip hop in the basketball court that's between Ocean and Jackson. So JR said he graduated for, look at you. Look at you. Okay, I see you. Bricks Nation said, yo, Uncle Freezy, you need a new background. Them teddy bears are freaking me out. Bro, did you see how creepy the white one is? The white one is always touching other bears. I might have to send that white teddy bear to HR, bro. I might have to send that white teddy bear to HR. I might. Yeah, JR. Yeah, it is MLK. It's been MLK for like 40 years. And I still call it Jackson. It's been MLK. It's been MLK for about 40 years, and I'm still calling it Jackson. Yo, so you wondering, Kane Jerry, you wondering if the teddy bears are Knicks fans? I'm ordering, I'll tell you something else more creepy. I'm ordering Knicks jerseys for them. I'm going to throw some Blorange Tears swag on them in a little bit. I'm gonna legit throw some Blorange Tears swag on, especially the brown one. You can't see the brown. There's a brown one that's always. Can y'all see it? The brown one that's always shading me. Yo, stop distracting me, man. I'm trying to talk about Tibbs, and y'all in here cracking jokes early this morning. What's going on? I'm legit trying to crack jokes. See, look at y'all. I'm legit trying to talk about Tibbs and Frank Ntilikina, and y'all got me in here laughing at jokes. Y'all hilarious. Y'all hilarious, man. Ms. Mocha, thank you for the coffee. Wow. Nah, man, I ain't doing that. But that white teddy bear, though, we might have to send him to HR. He a little bit too friendly. Matter of fact, that's what I'm going to name him, Mr. Friendly. The white teddy bear is Mr. Friendly. Donald Cannon says, damn, Free, you still got the tags on teddy bears? Nah, I ain't got the plastic on the couch. Nah, bro. We don't do couches no more. Who in the chat still got couches? Y'all still rock with couches? I mean, well, maybe us, because we don't have a full nest no more. So we don't, you know, we ain't got no reason for like seats for 3 people. The duck look like Kevin Knox. Oh boy. Speaking of Knox, this is the joke. This right here is the joke that never stops. Y'all see that? I hit Hoodie Cav with this yesterday. Man, I'm still laughing at this, bro. I'm still laughing at that. I straight up, Hoodie Kev hit me up and said he saw it and he was like, dying. Because if you listen to the Knicks at Night podcast, and I know a lot of y'all do, right? I know a lot of y'all listen to the Knicks at Night podcast, and a lot listen to the Knicks Morning Drive, the KMD, and we appreciate that because we grow by listening to you all and provide content that you want and us too. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's a symbiotic relationship. You know what I'm saying? We try to give you what you want, but at the same time do what we want. You know what I'm saying? We want it to be fun, right? Because we live stream twice a day most days. We live stream twice a day most days. So we live stream about 11 times a week, right? So we live stream about 11 times a week. At one point, we was live streaming 14 times a week, right? So we do it right now about 11, right? Because, it's more to a channel than just a live stream. You got to do some other stuff too behind the scenes, like get your online store up. Hey, sales in the online stores have been good too, by the way. Yeah, so the fact that y'all are out there shopping like that in our online mall is fire for us. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to give y'all what y'all want. You know what I mean? We're trying to keep the prices as low, try to get the prices down as low as we can, because it's not necessarily about profit, but won't lie to you. We do need to pay the bills in hand. You know what I'm saying? So we're trying to, pay for the StreamYard subscription, pay for the Microsoft Office subscription, pay for this crazy internet that I wouldn't have unless I was doing a live stream, pay for stuff like microphones and new chairs and stuff like that I wouldn't necessarily get if I wasn't doing a live stream. And swag, so we can do giveaways. You know what I'm saying? But the point to it is it takes a lot of work to do this, and that's why that's why I always express to y'all that Blorange Tears is not a one-man show or a two-man show or a four-man show for that matter. You know what I'm saying? We legit Hoodie Kev, City for Real, Rob the Nick, Eric G, G Money sometimes, Hadouken Sharon when he can. A bunch of guys jump on at night, man, and they make the party live. They have it popping at night. They legit have it popping at night. So, but anyway, let me talk about Frank. Oh, let me finish up with the kids. Because I started by saying, I'm thinking about doing a studio. I don't have bread for that. Basically, is what I'm getting at, right? I don't have bread for that, but I always wanted to do a separate space away from the house, right? Like an in-law suite type, like a in-law suite man cave type. The thing about it is an in-law suite and a man cave are different, right? An in-law suite is definitely there for somebody, like when they visit, they can live in that space, right? Man cave, I don't want nobody in there but me. And maybe, some, maybe me, I was going to say something nasty, but I'm going to keep it G. Right. Yo, the online store is in the chat, Anthony D. It's in the, let me see. I didn't finish the description yet. But I'll finish the description and then you'll be able to click on it. I'll wait till we get some guests to come on, and then I'll do that. I'll put it in that joint. Hold on for a second, y'all. So the studio thing is, I just can't afford to do it, but I feel like I might need to do it eventually. And the reason why I want to do it is because at some point I want to get cats in my area, like Ron Cleveland, maybe Hoodie Kev, Rob the Nick, Jay Boogie, the cats that live in my area. After this quarantine is over, I want to do an I Am Athlete style KMD, right? I'll just once in a while, like maybe a Saturday here and there, like maybe do like 5 or 6 of them a year. Do an I Am Athlete style KMD. That way, y'all know what I Am Athlete is. Anybody know what that is? Like the bros legit sit around, and they have somebody cook for them, and then they chop it up about topics or whatever. I want it. That has always been my goal. But unfortunately, we started this during the quarantine. So now we have to do things remote. Right? Right? But, yo, chicken sandwiches in the building. What's good? I saw you on Ron Cleveland joint. Yeah, man, chicken sandwich was good. So anyway, the studio thing, I probably have to hold off for a couple of years. I have to get paid by YouTube first. Once I start getting paid by YouTube, like bread, not no, little bit of bread. Like once I start getting some bread where it's worth investing in, not the studio part, because we can just do that ourselves, but I'm talking about building something fancy and sustaining it. Once I start getting bread from YouTube. Once I'm one of the big boys, once I'm once we are a Knicks fan TV style, or once we're a nothing but Knicks, you know what I'm saying? Maybe we'll do like a studio, but not until then, because it doesn't make sense for me to spend money, my personal money, on something like that, and then not be able to sustain it, just go in the hole for it. But anyway, Frank Ntilikina. Frank Ntilikina, right? Frank. Oh, let me do the shout out to my boys. I forget. I've been saying I'm gonna get to Frank Ntilikina and Tibbs, but let me do this real quick. So let me shout out my homeboy, The Entertainer. The Entertainer is doing masterful work on his channel. And I remember when he first started out, man, it was crazy. He was like, yo, I don't know if they're going to like me, bro. It's like, man, listen, you got a person that, man, listen, you're going to be fire. You're going to be fire. So The Entertainer, if you watching, bro, shout out to you. You are my man, 50 grand. You are like one of my original YouTube friends. You know what I'm saying? I don't make friends like that. I'd be too busy being Uncle Freezy. But shout out to The Entertainer, right? Man, The Entertainer's channel is busting. The dude does great work. So if you watching, shout out to you, right? And keep up the good work. Yo, so shout out to Jonathan Macri and them boys at Knicks Film School, right? Knicks Film School is crazy. I don't even know what it is. I'll be honest with you. I don't even, Knicks Film School. All I know is back in the day, it used to be like videos, and now it's just Macri is like the face almost of Knicks Film School. Shout out to Knicks Film School. Shout out to Macri. Man, Macri does great work. They give out great work, man. The dude does great work. Macri, we need your stuff earlier, bro. You lazy. I'm kidding. I'm joking with Macri, man. It's a joke I told to Macri like a few weeks ago. 5 o'clock in the morning is not early enough. Macri, what are you doing? Sleeping? Yo. Buds, what's good? What's good, Buds? So shout out to Knicks Film School, man. I'm a huge fan. At some point this month, I think Macri will probably be on. I'm gonna see if I can get him on a couple times this month. Macri is such a gracious dude. You know what I'm saying? Coming on, coming down here with the common folks. Macri's a good dude, man. Macri's a sweetheart, man. Macri's a real dude, right? And shout out to my man, Sim at Nothing But Knicks. It's my guy. It's my guy right there. Sim, shout out to Sim, Nothing But Knicks. And shout out to Ron Cleveland, man. It's the Knicks. Dude is doing incredible work. Shout out to some others. Terry and Trey, CK2K, CP from Knicks Fan TV. The internet giant, Jay Ellis. Jay Ellis is like 6'11" and a half and won't claim 7 foot. What's good, Jay Ellis? So, Tom Thibodeau messed up my night last night. Right? So, Tom Thibodeau messed up my night last night. Because in a clear and obvious situation when you use your best available player for a situation, he rolled with Elfrid Payton. And I know what y'all about to say. Oh, here we go. Uncle Freezy about to talk about how much he hates Elfrid Payton. Bro, look, man. There are not enough banana peels. You know what? There are not enough taxis in the city of New York that could get Elfrid Payton out of New York fast enough, in my opinion. Right? It ain't nothing personal. It ain't nothing personal. Like, I don't dislike Elfrid Payton as a person. Right? I just like a different type leader at point guard. That's all. I don't hate Elfrid Payton. I don't. I wish Elfrid Payton well wherever he goes. I just wish he would hurry up and get there. Elfrid Payton, I wish you well on your future endeavors. I just want that to hurry up and start like today. You know what I mean? You wave off a double team and Kyrie hit the game winner in your face. No, I got him. Bang. No, Elfrid Payton, you don't got him. It's frustrating me, man. This ain't frustrating me. Y'all keep talking me off the ledge about Elfrid Payton. Free Keith, if you listening, I don't want to hear it, Free Keith. If you listening, don't come on this joint talking about, Elfis. No! I'm tired of Elfrid Payton. Bro, what are we doing? Don't tell me defense at point guard is what we need, and then we have Elfrid Payton there. Don't tell me you need your point guard to be able to shoot, and we have Elfrid Payton there. Don't tell me penetrating and kicking out is what we need, and you have Elfrid Payton there. Don't tell me penetrating, going to the basket at will, and finishing is what we need, and we have Elfrid Payton there. Rick V, what's good? I see you. I see you. You telling me, man. And I heard John Macri say it. I heard Macri say it in his joint last night. And I'm not copying his stuff, right? I'm not copying his stuff. I just feel the same way, right? I heard Macri talk about it last night on his joint, right? Macri was like, yo, you telling me when, and this is me, right? Just paraphrasing what Macri said. But this is my thought. You telling me Uncle Drew was in his bag and you thought Elfrid Payton was going to stop him? Are you serious? Uncle Drew went for 40 and we lost by 2. Bam! Paraphrased and surmised just like what I thought. Hey, PRJ says, Kyrie making that shot. No, dog, but you missing my point. You're missing my point. He would have hit that shot on anybody. We saw him hit that shot in Game 7 with the game on the line over Steph Curry. So him hitting that shot is not the question or not the answer. That's not what we're saying. We're talking about the 38 points leading up to that. Right? It's not just that shot is what I'm getting at. What I'm saying is that shot was the icing on the proverbial cake. And yes, Uncle Drew will hit that shot on a lot of people I like that. I like my chances of him hitting that shot over Frank. Because if y'all remember R.J. Barrett rookie year, he hit a shot like that over R.J. Y'all remember that? King Jerry said the referees was letting Kyrie do whatever. I'm here to tell you that if we had double teamed Kyrie, think about this: the possession before that, Kyrie threw the ball away trying to get out of the double team. Think about it. Think about it. The possession before that, Kyrie got double teamed and threw the ball away. And this possession, Elfrid Payton said, "Nah, I got it." Bang! I can't. I swear for Lord, I can't get rid of this dude fast enough. We can't get rid of him fast enough, bro. What are we doing here? Yo, the one thing I can't get with, and I know moms everywhere, I know this is kid tested and mom approved, but dudes named after stuff, grown men named after stuff. Alizé used to be a drink me and Anthony D used to drink back in the day. Anthony D, don't deny it. Don't deny it. Don't deny it, bro. I'm not saying we used to drink it all the time. I'm just saying sometime, maybe rare. Kevin McLeod, Cornerstone Kev is in the building. What's good, Cornerstone Kev? Cornerstone Kev is in the building. You know what? And I've been talking y'all ear off for 47 minutes, and I still feel like I can roll Dolo for like another hour and 20 minutes. But instead, I'm gonna do a Magic Johnson. I'm gonna put the link in the chat, and I'm gonna share the microphone. That's the thing. That's the thing to do, right? When you got your people around, you can't have one-way conversation, man. You gotta pass the microphone and share. You gotta share the platform. So I'm putting the link out there. City for Real is in the building. Yo, y'all check out the City Edition jersey, the City Edition joints in the online mall. Y'all check that out. That's my homage to City. You know what I'm saying? He do such a good job, man. There's nothing I can really do for him. So I'm just throwing, I just feel like, doing the City joints is an homage to City. That way, when y'all put y'all City joints on, y'all know it's a homage to my man 50 grand for holding it down on the Knicks at Night podcast. Right? Right? I got to do something for my man City, because City does a great job at night, because he legit works with lunatics. Because when Eric G get in his bag, Eric G don't want to let nobody talk, right? And I don't blame Eric G, because Eric G is mostly quiet, but when he have a point, he be on that point like a pit bull. And y'all know Hoodie Kev, and y'all know the Henny God himself. Kev.
What's going on, my brother? How you feeling?
Hey, man, I'm legit. I'm good, but I'm not feeling Tibbs not throwing Frank on Kyrie.
Yeah, that's legit. Here's the thing. Freeze. Now, he talks about these players like him and Knox, and now our new guy, Pell, is talking about situational. Well, how situational can that have gotten last night?
When another team's point guard is going for 40.
Yeah. He may have, you know what? He may have got, if Frank was in, Kyrie still would have gotten his points, but instead of 40, Frank would have probably held him to like maybe 30 or something like that. Those long arms, you cannot. Even
if he still got 40, he would have had to work harder
Exactly.
That's the point I'm getting at.
Exactly.
Like legit, they run the same. Steve Nash drew up a play last night, and it was a beauty. And you got to give Steve Nash his credit.
When has Steve Nash been Steve Kerr or Phil Jackson or any of these other guys? He 3 times now he has outcoached Tibbs.
Right.
3 times. 3 times.
Right. Man, he drew up a play last night where they constantly got Randle in a cross match on Kyrie.
Yeah. And when did we make the, I'm still going to call them the New Jersey Nets. I'm not calling them Brooklyn. When have we made the New Jersey Nets without their quote unquote big 3 looking like the Bulls against us? There was no superstar on the floor when they made their run. And you saw turnover after turnover by us. They were stupid turnovers. I love RJ with all my heart, but you can't keep passing to Noel in the post. He's just not that dude.
Right.
Now, if that was the new guy that we had gotten, Henson, or maybe Pell.
Man, Henson is worse, bro. Henson is the same. Bro.
Henson. Well, I got to give Henson a little credit because when he was on Milwaukee, he was giving us the business at times. When he came off the bench, he was giving us the business.
Bro, shout out to RC Creative. What's good, RC Creative?
What's up,
RC? Your intros are fire, bro. Nothing but rave reviews. Nothing but rave reviews, bro. Nothing but rave reviews, man. Yeah. But the thing about John Henson is a younger version of Taj Gibson. That's all we got.
That's fine.
A younger, and not much younger either. And maybe 2 years younger than Taj Gibson?
Yeah. Wait, here's the other thing about Taj. I got to give Taj his props, man. The steals that he got last night. You see the steal he got off of Kyrie?
Right.
I got to give him his props, man. But the thing about it is Tibbs is so... I know he's committed to these 8 guys and everything, but in times like this, it calls for drastic measures. And in that instance, you had to put Frank out there. You even had to put Knox out there for a couple of ticks. You had to.
Right. And so the thing about Thibodeau's fake 10-man rotation is this. Right?
Mm-hmm.
All 10-man rotations are not created equally.
No.
Right. So to say a 10-man rotation and you play in Obi 9 minutes, you know what I'm saying?
Who was
and another got 13 minutes.
Right.
Come on, man.
And he is starting to look better too.
Yeah.
Obi. He really is.
Right.
He really is. I just it's gonna be Tibbs's detriment, towards the team if he's not going to go off the grid. Hey, AD, how you doing, man?
Good morning, gentlemen. Freeze.
What's good?
How you feeling, AD?
Why y'all so unhappy this morning, baby? We just had 2 days ago. I'm still out here singing like Ron Isley out here. Stop playing.
That's what you remind me of. You still got that gold watch, man.
Ron Isley moving like he's 45 years old. You saw him?
I'm gonna tell you, me and CP, not to distract, but me and CP was put it up yesterday about it.
Right.
When Ron Isley in the second half of that show took off the glasses, you hear me?
Yeah.
I'm telling you. How many chicks was in that crowd right there? They was pregnant when they walked out. It was over. And I love Earth, Wind, and Fire. God rest the dead Maurice White. You know what I'm saying? But I'm telling you, when Ron just took it over, he just took it over and was like, Ron, you like eight. Ron said he's 79. Like, Ron, you like 93 years old. Stop playing.
Ron was 79 years. Ron was 79 years ago, 20 years ago. What are you talking about?
Cut it out, Ron. But
his clicker stuff.
But yeah, back to what you guys was talking about. Here's the thing with Tibbs that annoys me. with him. He's inconsistent with the things that he does well. Months ago, or at least a month or two ago, on another podcast, I talked about him not throwing on that half-court trap that was successful last night in the end of the game. When he realized that Harden wasn't going to play anymore, know what was about to happen.
Exactly.
It was about to be the Kyrie show. You had to make them change up their philosophies and how they were going to attack us. That was a game where we outplayed them for the most part. Once Randle picked up his energy somewhere in that early second quarter, when they called that bad call on him, and he picked up his energy, and then the team kind of picked up their energy, and we had them. We were up by 14, and it seemed like one more three or one more shot would have broke them a little bit, would have gave us the room that we needed. He doesn't take up on that. You know what I mean? He doesn't make them work a bit more. Make them work more for what they're gonna get. Too much of this defensive principles, and we're gonna go this one-on-one. When Alfred called off the double team,
that's a problem.
He should have took him out the game. He should have took him out the game. The Knicks should have called a timeout and embarrassed him, took him out the game, because you were calling double teams as the head coach.
Right.
Who are you? Who are you, Alfred Payton? To wave off the double team, dude.
Yeah.
This guy does this.
He does this. AD, say that again. Say that again.
He does this. He done it for a championship. He did it to RJ last year.
Yes.
Oh my God, he did it to him. He does this, and he gets away with the left arm push off
all the time.
And
he did it to Frank 2 times in the previous meeting. Remember when he did it to Frank, and they called the foul on Frank when Kyrie fell onto him. Yeah,
that was ridiculous. That was ridiculous. And if I'm the coach, I'm chewing out the ref's ear. They could tech me all they want, but I'm chewing them out. I'm be like, listen, he does this every freaking time.
Yes,
every freaking time.
But that's a lesson to be learned. Why you need another star, or why you need some other players that got the respect of the referees in certain moments.
Yeah, AD, I'm gonna tell you. Once the season ends, wherever we, if we're in the playoffs, hey Dominic, how you doing? If we're in the playoffs or not, the clock is going to be on Leon Rose. It's going to be on Leon Rose. Am I right, Freeze? He's going to be on the clock once the season ends. He's on the clock. Him and World Wide West, they are on the clock.
Hey, Dom, what's going on, sir?
What's going on? What's up, Breezy?
So y'all lost to the Raptors last night.
What?
So y'all lost to the Raptors last night.
Yeah, we choked.
Yeah, man.
That's frustrating.
Yeah,
I am so upset by the way we played in that fourth and final quarter. Even though Westbrook got 10 to 15 points, I'm still happy.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But I'm so mad by the way we played in that fourth quarter. I cannot believe we choked. We had a good run going. Felt like we were going to win that game, but guess how many losses we have now after that loss?
How many?
32.
32.
We're now 17 and 32.
17 and 32. Did y'all trade away your draft picks?
My Wizards?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Okay. All right. So you'll be in the when you go into the lottery, this will be your pick. You don't have to give it to nobody else, right?
Right.
Okay. All right.
Hey man, y'all might get the number 1 pick.
For next year's draft?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think y'all are.
We'll see what happens for the rest of the season. If my team gets the number 1 pick in next year's draft, I'm gonna be happy if we do.
Right.
Absolutely.
Man. Listen, I'm frustrated.
I'm frustrated too, Freeze. I'm frustrated
I ain't
too.
gonna lie to you.
Because the problem that it has, and AD, you'll attest to this. we are not disciplined enough to keep a double digit lead.
No, we're not.
We are not disciplined enough for it because we had them by 13 last night,
right?
And we let a bunch of, I won't say nobodies, but we let a bunch of dudes that didn't have the big three come back and take the lead. They took the lead with Kyrie on the bench.
Yeah.
And
But they didn't just take the lead though, man. We surrendered it. We let go of the rope.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? We just stopped scoring. Like you can tell we don't have continuity for stretches. Like we don't have a point guard that can flat out get us open looks. You know what I'm saying? Elfrid Payton is not that guy.
He's not that guy.
And the mere fact that Elfrid Payton still has a job right now is disturbing to me.
It's
because if I ask you what he does well, if I ask you what he does well, right? Virtual chat, so nasty, everybody. I see y'all in the chat. So nasty. What does Elfrid Payton do well? Right?
That's true. Also,
y'all gave up a first round pick. Y'all gave up a first round pick in a John Wall trade.
Oh wow.
Yeah, God dog it.
My Wizards?
Yes.
Oh,
y'all gave up a first round pick to give up to get off of John Wall's contract.
Oh my gosh, you have got to be kidding me. What were we thinking?
I'm not sure.
I'm so mad right now.
Cater Suggs would have looked great for y'all, man.
Yeah, true, Cornerstone Kev. But guess who my Wizards have to play on Wednesday?
Who's that?
The Magic. But I think we can pull out that win.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Peyton doesn't do anything. Peyton doesn't do.
You have to resign. You have to resign yourself to the fact, and I had to bring myself down because the last few times before yesterday when I was on, I was so angry. After the trading deadline, from the trading deadline on, I was so angry because I see moments like this. It's like I could predict these things would happen because I know this team needs some help. You know, needs another Burks-like person that can shoot when you need it, that can help. But even more than that is Randle is the point guard of this team.
Yeah,
because he handles the ball, everything kind of reverberates off of Randle. Too many times in the late going, like last night, you don't have him doing his Randle thing, which is he'll get guys the good looks. Like he's literally got Burks a new contract, if not here with someplace else, because he can hit him. He hits him on time in the place where he likes.
Right.
In those moments, those fourth quarter moments where you see he had another triple-double, stick with that.
Right.
For those of us, I've heard people talk about putting Rose in the starting position or whatever. Look at a game like that last night where Rose runs out of energy when you need him the most.
Yeah.
Right. When you need him most. Why? He's not a 35-minute ball player anymore. He's a 20 to 25-minute ball player.
Yeah. Yeah. I want to answer something to Andre Bryant. He says Frank and DSJ had 9 months to get better than Peyton, and they didn't do it at all. You might say that about DSJ, but Frank did get better. It's just that Tibbs is not playing him. Okay.
That's a good point.
Yeah, he is not. He's not playing him at all. And that's a reflection.
He can't,
on
he can't trust Frank though.
Exactly. Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
But you and I. Now we've just sat here for about maybe 15, 20 minutes going off on Peyton. Do you believe that he could do a better job than Peyton?
Yes. But listen to what I'm saying to you though, Cornerstone.
Yeah.
Listen to what I'm saying. last night was what they call situational. And
Yes.
Tom Thibodeau uttered the words situational when it came to Frank Ntilikina's playing time, right? A point guard was legit going off on us. And Frank's calling card, like for instance, I'll give you an example, right? I'm gonna give you an example. I'm throwing a party, right? I'm throwing a party, and I need somebody to play guitar, right? And I also need, you know what I'm saying, somebody that's gonna mingle with the crowd and somebody to be cool, right? I need somebody cool at the party. So I need somebody cool. So I'm calling AD. I'm like, AD, listen, what you doing Saturday night? AD gonna be like, man, I don't know. Have some stuff. I'm like, dog, come through the party, man. We need some people, you know what I'm saying, to come hang out at the party. Like some cats around our age, just come and just hang out and just, you know what I'm saying, make the environment, you know what I'm saying, comfortable for everybody. So I'm calling AD. AD gonna be like, hey, what are we drinking? Hey, dog, the drinks are on me. Now he's like, no, Uncle Freeze. No, ain't no drinks on you. You a cheapskate. I know you're gonna try to buy my stuff. For you, since you coming, I'm gonna get you what you like. That way you can be comfortable. Now I'm not gonna buy like 2 gallons of it because I don't want you to get wasted. What I want you to do is get comfortable, enjoy yourself.
And right? I still drink, and I like that Red Passion Alizé. Stop playing. Stop playing.
Hey, ice cold. I get it. So I'm gonna be like, so this is situational. So I'm gonna get AD in his element. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be like, yo. And then when he come in, soon as he come in the room, I'm gonna have my man, my DJ Wilson gonna be on it. So when he come in, he can be like, hey, everybody, look who in the building, this AD. Everybody like, hey, AD, what's good? You know what I'm saying? And then once the band start playing, I'm be like, hey, Cornerstone, listen, what you doing Saturday night? You know what I'm saying? You're like, man, I ain't played guitar in years. Uncle Freezy, what's happening, man? I'm like, hey, dog, it's just a small crowd. It's a small crowd, like 75 people. It's just gonna be us. You know what I'm saying? It's just gonna be friends, man. We want you to get in there. We're just gonna have a good time or whatever. And Cornerstone Cav will be like, man, you really gonna make me whip out the guitar, man? I'm like, yeah, we need you, bro. We need Cornerstone. We need you, man. Can you come through? You're like, man. Yeah, he gonna be like, man, nah, I don't know if I can make it, man. I'm like, come on, Kev, man, please, man, you gotta come through. You gotta come through, Cornerstone.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I'm like, Cornerstone, I begged him. I said, please, what else you want me to do? Cornerstone will be like, man, I'm gonna think about it. And I'm gonna be like, yo, I'm telling everybody you coming. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
So they're like, no, man, you putting the pressure on me? Yeah, man. And then when he come through, it's gonna be a good time. We're gonna be in our element, right? Everybody gonna be in their element. It's just gonna be a good time.
Yeah.
Tom Thibodeau. Frank loves to play defense in these high pressure situations.
It's his calling card.
That's his element.
It's his calling card, and he's just wasting an opportunity. That's what you call wasting an opportunity.
But Kev, not just any point guard, not just some random, not just some. We playing Oklahoma City, and the Oklahoma City point guards done scored 6 in a row. Yeah. No, that ain't the situation. That ain't the situation for Frank.
Exactly.
Frank wants to beat up the best offensive player
in the league.
Right.
In the league.
And when they going off, you take pride in you. Frank, go stop them.
Yeah.
That thing off like
you mean to tell me that you can't spell Burks for a couple of ticks while Frank goes to work defense end? Because I'm sorry, I don't think Burks is that good defensively.
You telling me you couldn't have took 3 minutes, you couldn't have took 2 minutes from Quickly,
exactly
2 minutes from Rose,
right, exactly from Quickly,
2 minutes from Peyton. You couldn't have gave Frank 6 minutes by taking 2 minutes apiece from all the other dudes that was playing and put them on Kyrie.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, come on, man.
Exactly.
I mean, come on.
Last night was a game for, and for that kind of approach. And Cornerstone is totally correct when he says that what's the name has outcoached Tibbs
Steve
three
Nash,
straight
yeah.
games. He is
Three
outcoached
times.
in the pivotal moments. He has outcoached Tibbs 3 straight games. Three straight games.
3 straight games.
And our effort and the way how we unravel, and Randle, you've heard me say this before, is having a 720 season.
Mm-hmm.
Randle has to learn in those moments when the refs are not giving you a call and things of that nature, you can't just go ham and lose it.
Exactly.
And running off the side, you're not running back in time. The game is not over. The game isn't over until the game is over. You have to be there, like right there, to finish this out, because you essentially is the general. RJ is your lieutenant. Burks is your colonel.
Right.
Burks is your field guy that you can trust that he's gonna be there to some extent.
Right.
If you go astray, they go astray.
Right. Exactly.
See, as you go, they go.
They go.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
You just can't just totally just like fall off and lose it in those moments when the game is not over. The team needs you.
Right.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Now,
And Long Island Sound 1, we understand how Kyrie cooks everybody. I just would have liked the opportunity for Frank to get out there to see what he can do. I mean, if he scores 40 or 45 on us with Frank out there, okay, you got an argument. But since he didn't give Frank the opportunity, I can't really go by by this notion that he cooks everybody. I can't.
Right. And then plus also you have to look at the clear and present danger, right?
Yeah.
So Kyrie does not score 40 points a game in the NBA. He doesn't average 40 points a game in the NBA.
Exactly.
He scored 40 points last night against us.
Against us.
Against a team with a reputation for playing defense. We gave up 40 points to a guy.
Yeah.
Right? We hadn't given up 40 points. Did we give up 40 points all season? Is that the season high? I think that's the season high, right? We ain't given up 40 points all year. I mean, so the fact that he continued with a guy that was roasting Alfred Payton.
Roasting.
Yeah,
come on. And they ran this play that constantly got him switched onto Julius. Right?
And he was roasting him. I'm like, come on.
Right.
Yes.
And that's the thing. Frank would have moved through that pick,
right.
to stay with him. That's what I'm saying. He's got Tibbs has the perfect piece to help him out defensively, and he does not use it.
Right.
But what if Tibbs don't see him that way?
Chuck Allen in the building. What's good?
Hey, what's up, Chuck Allen? How you feeling?
I'm good. Because I think that's what it is. Because you made valid points. We've seen Frank against elite point guards and them having a tough time. Whether it was Kemba Walker or even Kyrie himself
or James Harden
or James Harden. I think Tibbs is just one of these stubborn old school coaching minds that have their idea and we're just rolling with that. Because yes, giving him a shot, like what else could possibly go wrong other than the person scoring if you put the guy out there and see what he has? If you're saying, well, Frank is not going to give us the offense, well, Peyton not going to give us the offense either.
Exactly, Chuck. Exactly.
Chuck,
exactly.
Let me ask you, Chuck. So what does Alfred Payton do well?
See, look at that. He can't even say it. He can't even say it.
No, what is Chuck? What does Alfred Payton do well? What makes him the entrenched starter at point guard?
Some players just have a thing, and a coach likes it, and they keep them around. Like Chris Duhon. Chris Duhon was a backup point guard his whole college career.
And D'Antoni went another way when we still had Marbury here. He went towards Chris Duhon instead of Marbury.
Right.
Yeah, that was idiotic too. That was idiotic as well. Because you can't tell me that Chris Duhon was better than Stephen Marbury at the time.
At no point in time.
At no point in time. Yes.
No point in time, but it's always the political game.
Yes.
It's always, does this guy like me? Did he bring me a cup of coffee after practice?
Right. I like that. That's cool, AD.
These stupid little head games that sometimes coaches play with players that it has nothing to do with when the game starts.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And when the game's about to end. Now, you've heard me say, that I don't think Frank is a point guard.
No, I totally agree with you.
But can I use him like a jack of all trade kind of guy to bring him in and like, Frank, don't put your warm-ups back on because I may need you back in there, like, be ready. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yeah, be ready to come in there and throw that. And if you hit a three or if you make a good offensive play here and there,
that's
even
great.
better.
That's great.
Even better.
That's great.
But that was a moment last night where, and back to Freezy's question with what does Peyton do well? I've tried to think of that. I've tried to think of what does Peyton do well? And I haven't been able to come up with
any.
He's
come up with nothing.
He's tough-nosed. I'll give him that. He's tough-nosed. He can't shoot.
Right.
And what? He gets out of Julius's way.
Right.
Basically.
You saw remnants of last year's team with just them being the two-man game whenever he's out there. You notice how when Alfred is out, Randle gets everybody involved. When he's in, Randle might get everybody else involved, but Peyton, he only passes to Randle.
Damn.
He only passes to Randle. And one thing about Peyton's game that I'll give him a little bit credit for, early in this season, if you remember, when they would pass him the ball from three, he would take that three. He would jack it up way more than he needed to.
Right.
Somewhere, some of the coaches started working and said, no, drive to the hole. You're not a great finisher, but you're fast enough and crafty enough to get in the middle of the lane, and you're better off taking that 5 to 7 foot shot than trying to take these threes and these long, deep jumpers. So I'll give him that.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give him that. But besides that, they're making a backup player. Peyton would be nice as a backup player if you had
absolutely. To do what we have to do, yes, he would be better as a backup as a backup. I still don't have
that tough nose option.
Yeah, I still don't understand. Why management really signed him this year. I really and honestly do not.
They signed him because it was cheap. He was out there.
Right.
Yeah.
They weren't going after, please, let me stay in my Ron Isley mode here. Please stop it. Don't let me go back and go over all of the possibilities that they could have done.
Yeah.
Because I'll spaz on management.
Hey, AD, I'm gonna tell you.
I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it.
AD, I'm gonna tell you. My brother-in-law had a great quote. You buy cheap, you get cheap. And that's what we have right here. We have cheap.
because they weren't trying to win. They didn't know who Randle was or who Randle could be. We didn't know who Randle could be. I tell this, there's nobody who wanted Randle out of this city more than me last year.
Me too.
But there was no one who wanted Randle here when he got here, more than me. Because absolutely. Game a couple of years ago, and I said, you know what? I don't know what it is, but he reminds me of like a better version of Anthony Mason, a bigger version with a jump shot.
Right.
Yep. Yeah.
You know,
and both left-handed too, by the way.
Both left-handed. Yeah.
Yeah, both left-handed. You know, tough, rough. But management didn't know what they had. But what they've shown the inability to pivot.
Right.
Yeah. Now,
and you know what it is? You know what it is too? Which I know I get buzzed back by this by a lot of people. I think the moment is too big for our management. Right? I think the moment is too big. Like legit people are like, no, they're just conservative. Nah, it's like
because everything is scrutinized. You're right. Yeah, I can go with that. But everything is scrutinized.
And I hate for it to be story time with Uncle Freezy, but it's like
story time.
It's like
baby.
You know how it's like you know how your homeboy been pushing you up, like yo, Uncle Freezy, she's so fine, man. And I'm talking about when you little kids. I'm talking about when you shorties, when you like 10, 11 years old.
Yeah.
And you're like, yo, she's so fine, man. Yo, Uncle Freezy, go holler at her. And then she come walking across the room, and she look Uncle Freezy dead in his face, and be like, "Yo, what's up with Keith from across the street?" And I'm like, "Girl, I thought you was coming over here to holler at me." And then Keith from across the street be right beside you, and I'm like, "Yo, she want to holler at you, B." And then he be like, "Uncle Freezy, let me talk to you for a minute."
He's scared.
Yeah, he's scared because he been pushing you up the whole time to holler at her, and then now that she here, she like Keith from across the street. And he don't know what to do. He like, I left my Banaka upstairs in the room. Y'all remember Banaka? Remember the spray you used to spray in your mouth? Remember that, Cam?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
I left my Banaka upstairs. And bro, she want to holler at you. She right here. She ain't going nowhere. She just want to talk to you.
Hey, I have a virus.
Right. Hey, Keith across the street, like, yo, I don't have no ink pen. Like, so what, man? We can go get a pen from anywhere. Just talk to her. And she like, yo, your man is nervous. Like, nah, he ain't really nervous, man. He just, you know what I'm saying? He was like, you know, it was just an odd situation. You know what I'm saying? He want to holler at you away from everybody else. He ain't really, you know, cool at this, you know what I'm saying, talking to the ladies in the crowd thing. That ain't his bag. You know, you trying to make excuses for your man, but you know he nervous. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's the Knicks front office right now. The chicks trying to holler and they ain't ready.
But take a look at what you said though, because that's a major indictment. If the moment is too big for them with this team in the first year,
right,
then where are you going with this management?
I don't know. That is the $1 million question. Right.
Where are you going with this management? Because and shout out to Ron Cleveland, man. I listened to his show the other day, and Ron was assertive. Ron, if you listening, jump on. Let's have this debate.
Right.
Ron was convicted in his assertion that management, this team won't be the same next year, and management is going to do this, and management is going to do that. And I'm like, okay, but we haven't seen any evidence of them going out and eating what they kill.
Right.
Them going out and killing anything at all.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So before we be so assured to that as you say that they're even ready for the moment, because you've already gone to that they're not ready for the moment.
No, they're not ready for the moment.
They got to prove this. They got to prove that that they have a plan, or not even just a plan, that they can get something done. And I go back and forth with with nothing but Nick Sim. That's my brother. Peace out, Sim.
Right.
And him or other people say, well, how do we know that management hadn't talked, or management hadn't made that call, or management had whatever? I said, okay, we don't know that they haven't made that call. But here's what I do know. I know that the situation hadn't changed. It's still the same situation. So whether you called or you didn't call, you didn't get the job done. You didn't do what was needed to be done to move the needle.
Right.
At all. Now that's facts. So before I run and say, well, this guy is going to do something and this management is going to do, no, I got to see it first. I got to see something more than a Derrick Rose piece. A Derrick Rose piece would have been the kind of trade I would like at the deadline if you're not going to do something big, something like that to help me out in the interim.
Right.
So I do. And so here is how this is how I know that they are Keith from across the street. this is how I know they Keith from across the street.
I think you on the low putting shots at Free Keith. I think you on the low.
No, not him. Me and Free Keith ain't grew up together. So Keith from across the street is one of my childhood friends, man. You know what I'm saying? Because back in the day in our neighborhood, just about everybody used to have, you know what I'm saying, like a name. Like because there was a Keith from Ocean. There was a Keith from Jackson. There was a Keith from across the street, and there was a Keith from school. You know what I'm saying? So it was like a bunch of. And I don't know why everybody named their sons Keith back then, but it's just what it is. Just like back then, everybody seemed like everybody used to name their son Marquise back then. You know what I'm saying? We used to have so many Marquise, we had to call them different names like Pops and whatever. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, this is how I know the Knicks front office is Keith from across the street. Because they do all the easy stuff, but won't do the hard stuff. They do all the easy stuff, but won't do the hard stuff. And what I mean by that is the trading Dennis Smith Jr. was easy. Trading for Derrick Rose was easy. And you know what? Trading them for each other was easy. You know what I'm saying? You had a guy that had to go, right? You had a guy that had to go, right? And then you had a guy that you had your heart set on. He was your heartstring, right? Detroit wanted to get rid of him. I mean, not in the sense that he wasn't a good player, but they just wanted to make room for the young guys to play. Right. So, okay, you know what I'm saying? Okay, this is easy. You know what? Here's the other thing. Amari Spellman came into camp at 6'9", 284 pounds. Right? They told everybody when you come to camp, be in shape. He showed up out of shape. Cutting him and signing Taj Gibson was easy. Right?
Why even give him a game? When I saw him come on the floor,
bro,
when he took off his warm-ups, he came on the floor.
Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy.
Dude, I'm like 20 years your senior at least, and you look like me.
Right. Bro, you had 9 months.
That's crazy.
You're crazy.
You're a professional athlete. If you got the game to go with that, you know, and you trust that he could work himself into shape. No. Once you saw him, you have to know that, well, this guy is not going to last. So why even let him get on the court?
Why bother?
Cut him.
Why bother? Especially when you got to hit the ground running in a season that's shortened. Right? So now that further highlights how the front office is Keith from across the street, because cutting a guy that's out of shape to bring a veteran in that started for you last year, guess what? That's easy. And you know what else was easy? trading Austin Rivers and Iggy Brasdakis.
Oh my God!
You know what I'm saying? That was easy. You know how I know? Because those guys were not playing, right? And all you were was a money launderer in a three-way deal. That's all the Knicks. That's all the Knicks were.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Because we got back some guys that we knew we were going to cut, right? Because the other team was going to cut them, and so we're like, yo, instead of y'all cutting them and having it count against y'all cap, we'll cut them and count it against our cap if you give us a second round pick.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So
you put yourself in a position to act like you the accountant that's going to have his hands clean when the feds come looking. Right. No, you orchestrated the deal. You took part of it. You got rid of a guy that was frustrated with you, which that'll happen because that's what players in management. When you're not playing, you want to play. Natural occurrence.
Right.
You didn't do anything to bolster this season. The troops here and now.
Right. Right. But here's the hard stuff. Right? Here's the hard stuff. And I'm not going to talk about the offseason because the offseason was what it was. We had no idea what we were going to be. So it was hard to make a decision in the offseason about direction when you don't have a clear direction because you hadn't seen your players play under your new head coach yet. So I'll give them a pass on that, even though I feel like they're culpable. But in this case, in this scenario, I'll give them a pass. Right? Right? When you knew we needed help at point guard. When you knew Derrick Rose was not going to be the full-time starter. When you knew any minutes after 20 minutes for Derrick Rose is treachery. You knew that there were point guards out there on the market, and you didn't trade for one. Right? You didn't go acquire one. Right? That's on the front office. That means they got cold feet in a moment. Right? They're like, we have all these assets. What do we do with these assets? Who out here can we trade for? Now, if we don't do anything, you know what it'll look like? We could put out a statement to say we're comfortable with the guys that we have. Right? But in the moment, they could have legit gone out and traded for a point guard, but they didn't. Right? I'll do you one. I'll do you one even further. And I know this is an odd example, right? But when James Harden was being bandied about as wanted out of Houston, you didn't even hear the Knicks name. You didn't hit it because they got cold feet. They were like, "What do we do? What do we give up for James Harden?" Hey man, if you're not sure, just back out. Just back away. Just back away.
You were in that 4-team trade that got LeVert to Indiana. Nothing. You just sat there. You just sat there like, okay. And here's my thing. And this was a problem I had with previous management when we had Melo in his prime. You think Julius Randle is going to get younger?
Right.
You see what I'm saying? He's your best player now. He's probably going to be your best player next year. See what I'm saying? You gotta give him some help because all of a sudden you're 26 one day, you're 35 the next day.
Preach, bro. Preach. AD, would you preach to him? Can you tell him? Listen, man.
35 the next day.
Right. And Chuck Allen, you know this. You know this. You wake up. You wake up one day, man, and you standing on top of the mountain, and you growling. Right. You walk up the mountain. You're like, "Arr!" Everybody in the kingdom is bowing down to you. Right.
Yes,
the next day you wake up, your whiskers are drooping a little bit. Your mane is not quite as bright as it used to be. It's dark. You're the old lion, and you look up at the hill like, dog, I got to climb that thing again today?
Yeah.
I got to go up there again?
You look up at the hill, and you got competitors up there ready to take your spot.
Right. They like, man, this old lion anger. You coming up here, old lion, or what? You know what I'm saying? And so I wanted to address Savvy D real quick. So Savvy D, the four-way trade for James Harden. I'm not saying that the Knicks had to be the primary asset giver. What I'm saying is being included in that trade could have got us Karis LeVert instead of a James Harden. You know what I'm saying? You had to be the primary team to trade with, but you could have been present. You could have raised your hand.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Well, say when Nina Simone walked across the room to talk to Keith from across the street, right? Keith got cold feet, bro. Keith was like, and when I talked to him, we talked about that years later. I ragged him. I'm like, yo, you remember when you peed in your pants when old girl came? I ain't peeing my pants, Uncle Freezy. You know what I'm saying? but I'm like, yo, when Meredith came over here, you legit was like,
you froze up.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I'm saying that name to protect the names of the innocent. But when she came over there, she was a cutie too. I thought she was coming to holler at me. That's what I expected. I was 11. My uncles never used to fill my head up with, hey boy, you better have your game ready. You know what I'm saying? All that stuff. You know what I'm saying? She came over there to holler at Keith from across the street. And he was used to me. You know what I'm saying? So he like, yo, I gotta call a time out, Uncle Freezy. Let me holler at you over here by the car. Like, time out. What is this? The seventh in the stretch? Time out. She's standing right there. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I think the Knicks front office is. The Knicks front office is legit in a situation where some dudes that thought they were ready for the prime time, get in prime time and realize how big a moment prime time is.
Yeah, because prime time is a big moment. You have, you know what? F it. Look, this job here, working for Madison Square Garden, working in the largest market in the world, it's not promised to you. When you hear people, when there's a vacancy, 2-3 years down the line and previous vacancies, you hear people talking, saying the worst things about this job and how tough it is and whatever. But this job, it's one of the prestigious jobs in sports.
Right.
Period. You have everything at your level.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Anything you want, the management has contacts. I mean, the corporation has contacts here, there, and everything, and you can't use it to get nothing to your advantage. Why do we have William Wesley here?
And we're paying him big money. We're paying him big money to work for us.
I haven't seen anything so far besides when I read in the paper that he was one of the people that really wanted quickly. Okay, that's it.
Right.
But I thought you had all of these contacts. I thought you had all of this situations with players and da-da-da-da and nothing. So you're getting major bread. Right. You're not here for free.
Right.
Why do we have this man here on the payroll? I haven't seen him do anything. I haven't seen his effects to this team as of yet.
Right. Hence
why I can't go out and say, management is going to do this and management is going to do that, because I haven't seen anything.
Right.
Not in when Beasley was a restricted free agent, and I really liked him, even though he had his off the court troubles or whatever. But look at him now playing. Look how much points he's averaging. Out there for Minnesota.
Right.
A player like that you definitely needed. How are we not even in a negotiations for him?
Right.
Nothing.
That's why I'm calling them Keith from across the street.
Yeah.
Right. That's why I'm calling them Keith from across the street. Because when old girl came, man, look. Man, and when you 10, 11 years old, you talk a big game, but you ain't ready. Like me and Keith across the street used to legit sit on the stoop and be like, yo, that's my car. Right, when you see a fly car coming down the street, you be like, yo, that's my car right there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you
Yo,
know?
Yo, Cully, what's going on, fam?
Peace, y'all. How y'all, man? Peace.
Hey, good.
Salute, my G.
Hey, you said something today, mad controversial, and you know I'm gonna put you on the spot. You said something that was mad controversial.
Was it me?
You know? No, Cully.
Oh, no, Cully. It's me. It's me, Cully. I said something.
I'm just saying. I saw you on man. It's the Knicks.
What I say? What I say?
Nah, what you say? You don't remember what you said?
It was on man. What I nah.
Oh, okay. Nah, don't worry about it. We good.
Oh, I wanted to know, but
nah, because you trolling.
Me? Was it me?
Yes.
It couldn't have been me.
How you gonna say something and not remember?
I say a lot.
How old are you?
I say
No, you don't have to tell me. You don't have to tell me. I'm just joking about that.
I wanted to piggyback off what y'all was saying, man. Y'all be saying some real ish on here, man. Like I like what y'all saying. It's like it gets me mad because, like you would think that Leon Rose or whatever the front office, you would think that the Knicks are winning. Your plan is for them to lose or whatever happens, but they win. I would think that if I was in front office, that my job would be easier if the team is winning. I would think that you don't got much, you don't got too much hard work cut out for you. And like you said, the Derrick Rose move was easy. Maury Spellman came into training camp out of shape. That's easy. Just cut him, throw ties in there, plug somebody in. Right. I would think that a deadline is not even that hard of a move to make. I mean, especially if they're winning. Like, come on, they're sitting at 5th or 4th on the Eastern Conference and they're winning. You know what I'm saying? I could understand if it was a fire sale and we was in 13th place or 14th place. You got to get ready to just blow up the team. But you could make a few tweaks. I mean, you have the buyout market. Even if you don't make a trade, you have a buyout market right there.
Right.
I mean, they have about 15 million for the buyout market?
13 million after they did that money laundering trade that got rid of Iggy and Austin Rivers.
Oh, okay, right. 13 million. It's like you could have got like maybe a guy or two for the buyout market trade. You could have did something by the deadline. Like this team, and then it just so happens to our momentum, our big man goes out. So now we had a glaring need for a center, and that's another thing that kind of confuses me. You got two bigs on 10 days, Henson and Pell, and it's like we need shooting. Like we need that. We need wings. We need guys in the perimeter to just irritate other teams, and it's just they get two bigs. I don't know. It's just confused. The whole front office is just confusing me. I don't know. It's just confusing me. And I say, like, one last thing I want to say, like, people saying soft tank, right? I want to say monitor what they do with Pele and Henson. I feel like, well, I mean, we need big men, but I feel like just monitor what they do with them. If one of these guys, let's say both these guys play well, and they just get cut or something, or just they don't get no play like going forward. I feel like that's something to just watch and think about.
Right. And so Pelly is hurt already.
And he's hurt already, right?
On the 10 day. Right. So he probably he might not be back for the Boston game. So he might be back for the 2 games after that, right? During the 10 days. Right? But it baffles me. It baffles me. Hold on. So let me see something. So let me see. Aloma Fee, what's good? Karen Fung, what's good? Real King, what's good? Savvy D, my brother from another mother, was good. Let me see here. I want to check out where we are with the likes and stuff. Give me a second. Because I know we had 100 likes already. Y'all legit. We got to start getting these likes up here. We got to start getting these likes up, man. So we had 58 likes and 1 thumbs down. Right. Whoever gave a thumbs down, we ain't mad. We just gonna do better. But yo, we had 58 likes, man. Get them likes up, man. Y'all smash that like button. We out here grinding for you. You know what I'm saying? This y'all's joint. If y'all don't like it, who else will? You know what I'm saying? This y'all joint, man. This y'all joint, fam. You know what I'm saying? Chuck Allen, where you go? Come back, Chuck Allen. Stop playing.
I ain't went nowhere, Uncle Freezy.
Okay.
I'm here.
Now that was AD that disappeared. AD, where you go, man? Stop playing, man. Come on back. I say smash the like button and AD disappear. You know what I'm saying? Come on back, AD. Stop playing.
You gotta go in the comments to like it. I meant to do that too.
Yeah, man. Y'all, man.
Matter of fact,
y'all get them likes up.
I'm gonna go like it. I'm gonna come right back. I'm gonna go like it.
Yeah, man.
Well, John Henson has been on the Knicks radar for a minute, so that didn't really surprise me that they went and got him. But yeah, 2 bigs. We need a wing, period, and a point guard. But I mean, that's not available at this time. But at the trade deadline, there was an intriguing situation where they could have gotten a point guard. How much better of a point guard than Peyton? Well, I'll let you decide. But when they were talking about acquiring Eric Bledsoe,
right,
for a first with New Orleans first round pick,
right,
talking about Bledsoe,
right? I was like, why not?
I would have taken that.
Why not? Because after this year, I believe he's only his contract is only guaranteed for like $8 million, and if it doesn't work out
after next year, it's guaranteed.
After next year,
yeah.
Eric Bledsoe, you talking about, right?
Right.
Okay.
So we could have took on a bad contract and a player and a vet that's decent, right? And a vet that's decent, and got a first round pick.
And not only that, he's not even the worst player in the world to have either on the team.
Right. You think we could use some scoring and defense at the point guard position?
Absolutely.
Why not? Why not? I mean, they could cut Elfrid Payton today. And listen, I'm not an Elfrid Payton hater, right? But if they cut Elfrid Payton, I'm taking a day off and I'm taking Miss Mocha out to dinner. Order what you want, girl. You know what I'm saying? Get on, Poppy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I mean, Elfrid Payton is $6 million. You legit cut Poirier and Ferguson. That's $3 million. Really? You got $13 million in cap space. Really? You can't afford to cut Elfrid Payton.
He's only $6 million. Could buy him out easily if you wanted to.
Right. And then it's not even, it's the $1 million from last year contract and $5 million for this year contract. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, so we bugging, man. We legit bugging out. Like this whole thing about Elfrid Payton, man. This is crazy. This whole thing is crazy, man. I'm frustrated with Elfrid Payton. But the front office though, the thing about the front office is, bro, you telling me, and no, you know what? Even better, I'll say it a different way. The front office legit is moving like Keith from across the street. That's just how they moving, man. Because
scared to talk to the girl. What is it?
Nah, you know. Just think about. Remember when you was like 9, 10, 11 years old, and you and your homeboy used to always be in your ear. Yo, if that was me, I'd do such and such. If that was me, I'll wear such and such. Man, rock they world. They ain't ready for me. If it was me, you know what I'm saying? I'll go right over there and holler. I'll go kiss her right on her lips. You know, you know what I'm saying? When you were shorty, right? You know what I'm saying? When you with the book bag crew, you know what I'm saying? Backpack crew.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If that was me, I'd just walk in there and throw $2 on the table and be like, bam. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
Right.
But for us, I mean, but then in the moment of truth, when it came time to do something, Keith from across the street ain't never did nothing. But he used to always be like, yo, she fine, bro. Hey, she come outside without her mama. I'm going to just walk straight up to her and kiss on her lips. And you know what? She come outside without her mama and walk straight up to you. And you be like, yo, I want to spend one of my 20-second timeouts. 22nd timeout? What you talking about? What you so discombobulated, you know what I'm saying, that you just, you know what I'm saying?
Yep, sounds like the Knicks to me.
Yeah, that's what I think the front office is.
Like in the sense
moment.
of also in the sense of, like you said, she come up to you, like in the sense of players that they make it obvious they want to come here and you just don't look. You look the other way. Oh, I want to take a timeout. Or I want to take a flyer on this guy.
Right, and you buckling in the moment. Like, no, Andre Drummond ain't good enough. I'm going to sign Pele. Are you serious? Andre Drummond ain't good enough?
Right.
And you going to sign a dude named Pele that's older than Andre Drummond?
Oh, he is?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, now.
Yes. The dude is 28 years old.
Oh, I didn't know that one.
Are you serious right now? Come on.
Too much Knicks-like things going on, man. It's a very Knicks-like move, that right there.
Right. You're gonna tell me, I don't know if I want Andre Drummond long term, but you're gonna bring in a dude named Pele. His claim to fame is dislocating his whole hand, make him look like he got SpongeBob fingers. That's his claim to fame. What's good?
Yo.
And then last night we lose because we can't get rebounds. You know why? Because we didn't acquire Andre Drummond, and Pele is already hurt and missed the game.
Right, in Drummond's defense, everybody's saying, "Oh, Drummond got hurt. This guy got hurt too right away in garbage time."
Right.
In garbage time, he got hurt.
Right, bro. I'm here to tell you that the Knicks front office is Keith from across the street. That's what it is. He your friend. Hey, and Chuck, you know, I ain't like, everybody had that friend that was like, yo, if that was me, bro, I would have did such and such. You know what I'm saying? And then when in the moment of truth, when the rubber hit the road, they ain't did nothing.
All talk. Oh, let me shoot the front office a little bit of bail. What if they have a plan? What if World Wide West was working the back channels this whole time, and there are some players that at the end of the season are going to say, I want out, or I specifically want to go to the Mecca. It's hard to say. It's hard to get a gauge, because I kind of am on the same wavelength as you. Like, okay, they did the easy moves. Okay, that's a no-brainer move right there. Even with the Obi pick, I felt like, well, no, let me take that back. The Obi move was a gift to his son. Like, here you go, kid. You know, your client gets picked in the top 10. You know, right. But outside of that, I hadn't seen them. Well, I don't know how much risk I really want them to take. Like, I don't want them to take no risk on no 30+ player that's injury prone.
Right.
Like, I was not a big fan of them even discussing Victor Oladipo. I know a lot of people like him, but how many seasons has he been healthy?
Right.
How much money are you willing to throw at him to keep him? Bro,
I feel you. Right. Mm-hmm. I'm with you. But Rondo got traded at the deadline. Come on. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, think about how easy it is to go get a point guard. Rondo got traded.
Jeff Teague got moved too.
Jeff Teague got traded.
And then waived.
Right. And what are we even talking about, man? What are we even talking about where the Knicks don't do nothing? What kind of plan do you have where you can't go get a guy? You got $13 million in cap space. You can't even go get a guy that's an expiring contract. It's not like he's going to affect your summertime plan because that player is going to be a free agent.
What if the coach is saying no? Hey, Tom, we're thinking about getting this guy. We think he can help. No. I got my guy.
I was wondering that same thing. Like, what if he's telling them not to do nothing?
Like, nah, hey. I don't want that. Let's just stay with what we got. We'll be okay. Because if you're telling me Jeff Teague is available and he's not a Knick, it's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
Because he's better than any guard that we have and the guard that we don't have.
Right.
Like, dude, like that's the biggest. We have a guard. Our offense looks tremendously different.
Right.
You got a guard that can shoot. RJ gets easier opportunities. Julius doesn't have to make up offense on his own and make it hard for himself. And Jeff Teague, I'm putting the ball in his hands at the end of the game because you know that he can make a shot or make a play where our young guys don't have to do so much all the time. But that's just me.
And you know what else? Because here's the kicker. Our roster is not a bad, like not a terrible roster in terms of how we play. If we talk about how our roster looks based on how we play as a team, it's not a bad roster based on how we play.
Right.
If you look at it in terms of 2K, like, I have a whole bunch of 70 rated players. Then you like, oh, hey, okay, well, yeah, the roster does look bad. But adding a cat like Jeff Teague means those stretches in the third quarter where you go without scoring, you can have somebody that can score. And not a lot. Now you don't need a scoring machine. But maybe somebody that can come in and generate 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 points in a different unit. That way, those big leads that we get in the top of the third quarter won't be deficits at the bottom of the third quarter. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like we legit had a 13-point lead with a 3-pointer in the air against Brooklyn. Think about what I'm telling you, right? We had a 13-point lead with a 3-pointer in the air, right? If that 3-pointer goes, we have a 16-point lead. Now you look at Kyrie like, yo, Kai, Uncle Drew, listen, they up by 16. Do what you want to do. You want to risk it? What you want to do? You know what I'm saying? But they come down, we miss, they come down, hit a 3. It's a 10-point lead. Now Kyle on the bench, Kyle like, yo, let me get at him. You know what I'm saying? I can win us this. You know what I'm saying? You see how that's the swing of the game. You know what I'm saying? Kyle on the bench, he like, yo, they got a 13-point lead with a 3-pointer in the air, right? Kyrie on the bench looking. We miss it. They come down, hit a 3. It's a 10-point lead. They tip it to like 7. Kyrie come back in. They win the game. I mean, what do you do? What do you do? You know what I'm saying? Fake for Kaminga, what's good? We see you. Visions, what's good? We see. And so I wanted to ask. I want to get Cully's view on this, man. Like, what do we do with this $13 million? We got $13 million that we have to spend by a certain day, or less the money go to pot.
Right.
So what do we do with this $13 million? Now
this 13, pardon, this 13 million, is this for the buyout market? Or is it for what? What exactly is it?
All of them are free agents now.
I mean, you got, like, I've seen some of the guys that was available. Like, you got I don't think Lance got signed yet. I seen Rondé Hollis Jefferson. I seen him up there. Glenn Robinson III. I mean, we got 2 bigs. I seen a few guys' names that I would have went for. And I don't think it's hard to cut nobody really off the team. I mean, of course, you got the young guys. You still got Jared Harper on there. I would have definitely made a move on a shooter, or at least a wing. Someone on the wing. I would definitely make a move for that. I mean, like I said, you got the two bigs. I would make a move for a wing at least. At least.
Right.
Something and fill out whatever voids we have. Because let's say we do still get to the playoffs. We need depth. You need depth.
Right.
That's the number one thing you need in playoffs is depth.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I would love to have seen the Knicks go after Gerald Green or Rondae Hollis-Jefferson.
Right. Rondae Hollis-Jefferson's available right now.
Right now, Gerald Green also a veteran wing player, an athlete. Right? I believe, I ain't gonna lie to you. I believe one of our biggest deficiencies is we're not athletic enough. Like when you look at our roster, what super athlete do we have outside of Obi Toppin?
Good question. The second one to him was Mitch.
Yeah. Do we have athletic wing players?
No. It was supposed to be Knox, but that day he's not panning out. So,
right.
Me personally, not to cut you off, one guy I wanted. A lot of people disagree. Well, I wanted Aaron Gordon. 6'9", 6'8", could defend. I see him on the Nuggets. His first game, I think his first game on the Nuggets, he had about 15, maybe 20 points, all just off a slash into the basket. And guess who was the one finding him? Jokic. Every time. He just made it look so easy. Like, I don't even think he was getting that in Orlando like that. Every time he slashed. And it's just and then he could defend. He was giving Kawhi problems. He was giving everybody just problems just because he's big, he's mobile, and he could defend the perimeter very well. I mean, that's why I really wanted a wing in by the deadline. I knew he wasn't gonna get nobody spectacular, but I would have made that move. Right. For cheap. I think they got him for cheap. You know what I mean?
Right. And so my deal is this. You gotta go out and do something, man. Like my priority is this. You gotta go get some insurance for Julius Randle. You gotta go get a player that can back up RJ Barrett and Julius Randle. And I know y'all gonna be like, well, one plays guard and one plays power forward. You gotta go out and get you a swing man that can back up all three positions. Guard, big
2 to 4.
I call them jumbo wings, right? You the jumbo guards, the big guards like Anthony Edwards, RJ Barrett, Kelly Oubre, Anthony Wiggins. So I like the guards that are like 6'7" that play. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, I feel like if you get a Gerald Green or a Rondae Hollis-Jefferson, type
2 to 4.
You can take some of the minutes from Julius Randle and RJ. Now, last night when Julius Randle puts that shot in the air, he's putting that shot in the air on fresh legs.
Right. The last shot, right?
Right. The previous shot against Brooklyn. I mean, not Brooklyn, but the Sixers on Tobias Harris. If he takes that shot on fresh legs instead of 41 minutes, I think you get a different shot. Because that shot literally went a third of the way down and rimmed out against the Sixers. Right? What if Julius Randle takes that shot on fresh legs?
Better chance.
Yeah.
I want to see him attack, go to the basket, man, instead of bailing guys out with these fadeaways.
Yeah. I'm saying, man, it's the front office is Keith from across the street, right? The front office is legit Keith from across the street, right? And I know y'all are like people around the world. I've been like, why he keep saying Keith? I'm from New Jersey, man. That's how we call him. That's how we talk. You know what I'm saying? Keith from across the street, right? That's what our front office is. Your friend that legit talk big game, but when it came time to do something, they don't do nothing. And it's no knock on them because they are who they are. Keith from across the street is who he is, right? He is who he is. I'm not saying he a bad friend. I'm just not even saying he a bad person. What I'm saying is he is who he is, and our front office is who they are.
Yeah,
Let's not get it twisted. Let's not think that this front office reminds us of The Godfather. Because if you watch The Godfather, if you watch Mafioso, the mafia made moves, right? The mafia made moves. This front office right here, guess what? They ain't making moves.
Right, you could at least get depth, man. I think they'd really focus on like a big name. I mean, we don't even need that right now. We just need depth, man. Marginal moves. Just make a marginal move already.
Right. What I'm saying is, you're right. You exactly right, boss. What I'm saying is well, listen. I ain't gonna beat this one. I ain't gonna beat this dead horse, because the front office is Keith from across the street. And that's who they are going to be. That's who they are going to be in my mind until they do something.
Right.
But what I wanted to talk to y'all about is this. So listen. Okay. So y'all see, I see the Gary Trent Jr. thing in the chat. I see it, right? How did Knicks not trade for Norman Powell or Gary Trent Jr.?
Well, Norman Powell, I know he would have cost more than that Gary Trent. I know he would have. I wanted Norman Powell as well. I like him a lot. I like Gary Trent a lot too. Right. They're both about 6'4", 6'5", and they guard wings. I would have, oh man. But Gary Trent, I would have made a move on him at least. I don't know what I don't know what they was doing. It's the same type of player. And they got traded for each other. Same type of player. Right.
And the front office is Keith from across the street. Two young guys available. You need exactly what you need, and you don't trade for them.
Right.
I'm telling you, they Keith from across the street. And Keith, if you watching, salute, bro.
Keith, you know what's funny? What's funny, not to cut you off, what's funny, their job gets harder, I feel like, because the next two off seasons, if I'm not mistaken, are pretty slow. They're pretty there's not many guys out there. So I feel like it's gonna be harder if they don't. The only way to really get a guy at this point is through a trade. I just feel like it's going to be slow for them. It's going to be tough. And they're going to really get it.
So they telling me to chill on the front office. They're like, yo, chill, man, chill. They ain't Keith from across the street.
No.
They just being patient. No, dog. No.
Heck no.
No, they are. Hey, they are Keith from across the street. Right? That's what they are.
They're going to get it bad, man.
Right. Well, and so the thing is y'all can't tell me they're gonna trade for a big name when big names were available and they didn't try to trade for a big name.
Right.
Yeah, that's backwards thinking. Like how y'all forget that fast that big names were available this past offseason and they ain't do nothing.
Oh yeah, that made me mad too.
Right.
And
so
you have
big names. Right. Can you imagine what this team would look like with Chris Paul?
Right. That's another thing, and that's not to cut you off again, Freezy. My bad. That's another thing that gets me mad because they were so focused on getting rid of Randle, and by drafting the same position, they forgot what the team really needed, and that was a point guard. And then they come into the offseason, I think a week later. And I'm thinking, like, you got Wall, you got Westbrook, you got Paul, you got some guys you could have probably made a move for, or at least like had talks or something. Like you could have. There's plenty of guys out there like you could have made a move for. Rubio, I guess. I don't know Rubio's contract, but there's plenty of guys that are better than Payton that would help an offense way better than Payton. And then next thing you know, they re-signed Payton. I just gave up after that one.
Yeah, I know. Sin Miz says, what y'all talking about? We signed Henson over Boogie and Kyle O'Quinn. I know this, bro. I know this. So here's the thing. So I had to have a sit down with Hoodie Kev early this morning, like 3:30 this morning. Right? I had to have the sit down with Hoodie Kev. Hoodie Kev is like, Tom Thibodeau won't play Knox. He crazy. And I'm like, Hoodie Kev, calm down. Right? He's like, no, I ain't calming down. This is my phone. And I'm like, okay, Hoodie Cav. But you got to calm down, man. You got to relax, bro. So I offered him some of these. I offered him some of these, right? I was like, yo, I'm going to legit autograph these and send this to you, right? Anybody want your stupid autograph? Who you think you is, Uncle Freezy? And I'm like, bro, you the one that said you love knocks and you love kicks. I figured what would be better than both in the same box. You know what I'm saying? So, but anyway, I'm like, Hoodie Cav, think about this. Tom Thibodeau is nurturing Obi, right? He is not going to do what previous regimes did to rookies and ruin them, right? The previous direction was get a rookie, throw them to the wolves, and make them sink or swim, right? And it's a failed logic. It's a failed logic. You can't do that in New York. You can't make them sink or swim, right? You don't want your rookies, your young guys to sink or swim, right? You want them to be able to survive, right? Right?
Right.
You saw it. You saw it from day one, from day one of this terrible losing that we were on. You saw it with Landry Fields. You saw it with Clee Anthony Early. You saw it with Josh Harrelson. You saw it with Andy Rollins, right? You saw it with Frank Ntilikina.
Andy Rollins. Oh, man.
Yeah. You saw it with Frank Ntilikina. You saw it with Damian Dotson. You saw it with Alonzo Trier, right? You saw it with Kevin Knox. You saw it with Mitchell Robinson, right? You saw it. You see it. You saw it with Iggy Brasdakis. You saw it with RJ. You saw it with Obi. You see it with Quickly, right? Sink or swim. It's New York. It's Gotham. It's the Mecca, right? We have this thing, this bravado thing where once we draft a kid, you're a superstar or you're a bust, right? And so in the moment we felt like it was fair. If you can make it here, you can make it anywhere. You know, in the moment it seemed fair, right? But Tibbs is like, yo, it's not fair. It's not fair. It's not fair what we did to Frank. It's not fair what we did to DSJ. It's not fair what we did to Dotson. It's not fair what we did to Iggy. It's not fair what we did to RJ. It's not fair what we did to Knox. It's not fair what we did to Obi. It's not fair what we did to Quickly. Right? It's not fair. Right? So instead of saying, if you can make it here, you can make it anywhere, Tibbs is saying, listen, I'm going to give you one task, right? I'm basically saying, I'm going to start you on stage 1 baby food. And the players are like, I was the college player of the year. No, man. This is the NBA. Chill out, relax, right? What I'm going to do is put you on stage 1 baby food. Knox is like, I'm a 3rd-year veteran. No. You think you ready? Right? Y'all remember how y'all 3-year-olds, y'all 2 and 3-year-olds used to look out the window at the 5-year-olds going to school, and they felt like they was ready.
I want to go to school too.
Yeah, and they want to go to school too. They putting their clothes on. They got their pants on backwards. You know what I'm saying? They putting pull-ups in their backpack.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They getting their juice and stuff already. I want to go to school. And you're like, shorty, you not ready. You're not old enough. Right? It's the same thing with Kevin Knox. It's the same thing with Knox. And it's the same thing with Frank. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing with Obi. Right? Because first of all, when David Fizdale was here, he used to say stuff like, you gotta keep what you kill. Like this was a 300 movie. You know what I'm saying? Like legit, everybody had swords and shields, and y'all going out there winning 17 games. Every man for himself. You got to keep what you kill. This is Sparta. Hey man, Sparta didn't lose like this, David Fizdale. Sparta actually won when they were outnumbered. David Fizdale.
Right.
You took the Spartan mentality. You cussed Kevin. Yeah, I remember the game with, and I know y'all remember this. If you a Knicks fan, you remember this, right? If you're a Knicks fan, you remember this, right? The Knicks were beating the Celtics in Kevin Knox's rookie year. The Knicks were beating the Celtics by 12 points. And Jason Tatum's shot was so off that he was about to cry on the court. Because whatever it was the Knicks was doing, it was frustrating Jason Tatum, right? His shot was off, just off, man. So Brad Stevens calls a timeout, right? And his coaches, his assistant coaches, he look at them, he like, yo, draw up a play for Tatum, right? Draw up a play for JT, but he went to JT, right? He was like, and you could see the nurturing, the care in his eyes. He's like, baby, listen, regardless what happened in this game, you are still the future of this franchise. Regardless what happened, don't let this one game frustrate you and get you in a funk that we can't get you out of.
Right.
You are the future of the Boston Celtics. Okay? You're a second-year player, and you're taking on all this pressure. You want to turn this franchise around, right?
Mm-hmm.
But just take this thing one play at a time. He hugged JT, you know what I'm saying, during the timeout. He was like, baby, look, stay in there with us. We're going to draw you up an open look, and we're going to watch you knock this thing down, right? The cameras flash to the other sideline, and David Fizdale is cussing Kevin Knox out like Kevin Knox touched his wife, right? You ain't nothing, Rook! Rook, did I tell you to be on blah, 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 MF, Rook, MF, Rook, MF, at Kevin Knox, right? Kevin Knox put his head down and go back on the court, right? You could see Kevin Knox is dejected, right? Because if you can't get love at home, where can you get love from?
True.
Y'all better, hey,
preach.
Y'all hear me? Y'all, yeah. For those of y'all in the chat that think I'm BSing and making up stuff, if you can't get love at home, where else can you get love at? Y'all hear me? Kevin Knox is dejected. They run the play, they cycle it through. JT first option ain't there. Stevens is on the sideline. Keep running it, keep running it, keep running it, keep running it. Right? Right? Keep running it, right? They like, my man's like, keep running it. They cycle it through, and Jason Tatum gets an 18-foot wide open jump shot on the baseline, and it go in. Right? That was Kevin Knox's man. Right? One coach daps his guy up on the way back down. The other one calls a timeout and cusses out his guy. I'll let you assume which guy cussed out who and who showed love to whom. Right?
Right.
Cuss Kevin Knox out, take him out the game, sit Kevin Knox for like 20 minutes. Put Kevin Knox back out there. Right? Kevin Knox gives up a go-ahead shot on Jason Tatum. They call a timeout. Jason Tatum is on a roll. Jason Tatum hit like 4 shots in a row. He finished the game with like 21 points. Right? Right? Kevin Knox get cussed out like a dog. Right? Get cussed out like a dog. Right? And so after the game, Fizdale says the most clumsy thing I ever heard him do. He was like, these young guys got to step up. They ask for these minutes. They got to earn it. They got to keep what they kill. And what Fizdale don't realize is Jason Tatum is a polished NBA scorer who's going to hit those shots on regardless of matchup. He's going to hit those shots. And y'all know this is true because years later, he's doing the same thing and even at a higher rate. Right?
Right. He hit one on us too. On RJ Barrett.
Right. But you know what though? You know what David Fizdale is at right now?
Yes.
Out the league because he was an idiot. And you know what Kevin Knox is right now? on the sideline trying to get his confidence back. Right?
Right.
And so with just one stupid coach ruined the guy. But you know what Fizdale is doing? Fizdale is like, every time you have some success, I'm gonna sit you. Right? And not in that sense, not in the sense where he hating, but it's like every time Kevin Knox has a measure of success, right? And there's an opportunity for him to like play, he let Kevin Knox stew on his successes. Think about his successes instead of stewing on his failures, right? Because there's a difference, right? There is legit a difference. It's like when you fought the bully and the bully beat you up, and then it's like you don't see like you a week go by and you just thinking about how you lost to the bully, right? So now you dejected. You don't want to see the bully at all. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to talk about it. You don't want that encounter. That encounter is something. It's scarring. But if you beat the bully up and you get your respect for a whole week, you don't see the bully, you like, I done did something. Right. And I'm not advocating for violence. I'm not advocating for violence. What I'm saying is look at what Tom Thibodeau does. Tom Thibodeau legit had his kid come out in a game and go 3 for 3, right? Score 9 points in like 5 minutes, right? And he don't play the next game. And so it's like, y'all are thinking he's being punished when Thibodeau is actually rehabilitating Kevin Knox.
Right.
And the same thing with Obi. People are like, well, what's the deal with Obi? Obi looks lost. Hey man, right. Obi is lost, right?
There you go.
But the thing is this. Tibbs won't let him get too lost. Right? Because the only thing worse than being lost in 9 minutes a game is being lost in 30 minutes a game. 30 minutes a game, he lost out there. You know what I'm saying? And so Tibbs is like, no, Obi, this is the tip of the iceberg. You're not going to the Hall of Fame after this season, right? You're a rookie. If you don't win Rookie of the Year, so what? So what? You want to be a great at this game, right, Obi? I'll be like, yeah, I want to be a great at this game. I legit want to be the best version of Obi Toppin I can be. Tibbs is like, did you see what happened to Frank and Knox and Mitch and Iggy, Clee Anthony Early, Andy Routins, Landry Fields, Josh Harrelson, Amon Shumpert? You see what happened to all those guys?
Yeah.
You see what happened to all? They came out, man, and the world expected too much from them, and they got eaten alive. You remember what happened to Jerry and Grant? Remember Jerry and Grant?
I actually like Jerry and Grant too.
Yeah. You remember what happened to Jerry and Grant? We don't want that to happen to you, Obi. We don't want that to happen to you, Kevin Knox. Frank Ntilikina, we don't want that to happen to you. You know what I'm saying? What we want to have, you know what I'm saying? What we want to have is we want to bring y'all along slow, have y'all get acclimated to the NBA, and have y'all have long, productive careers. Because this right here is we can bring in veterans to help us win, but we want y'all to be the reinforcements for the future.
Right.
Right? You know what I'm saying? Because it's not too late to rehabilitate Frank Ntilikina. Man, he's only, Frank is 22? Frank Ntilikina is 22 years old. Right? That's not old for any profession unless you work at Disney. but listen, 22 years old, you can rehabilitate Frank. Just because his contract is up at the end of the season doesn't mean he can't come back to the Knicks. The Knicks can re-sign him, rehabilitate him, and bring out the good points in his game. Right? And why not? Frank's a good kid. He's got heart. And under Tibbs, and this is his first year with Tibbs. It's not like he's been playing with Tibbs his whole career. You know what I mean?
Right.
So y'all are looking at Tibbs as he's destroying the rookies. No. He's actually sheltering the rookies, A, from themselves, and B, from the scrutiny of the New York media. Everybody's not built to handle it right away. Sometimes you have to get used to this thing. Like if you're an introvert, like Kevin Knox. Kevin Knox is an introvert, right? He's not expressive. He's laid back. Every time he messes up, he's like, dang, why did I mess up? So Tibbs is helping protect him from himself, because that's self-destructive behavior, right?
Self-destruct.
Yeah, so Tibbs is helping protect him from himself.
Right.
So you look at Frank. Frank is the same way. Frank is expressive, but he's also super hard on himself. So Tibbs is protecting them from themselves. And in a way, he was kind of working on DSJ like that too. But you can't, but your arms are only big enough to hug a certain amount of people. Mm-hmm. Right? This is such as life. Your arms are only big enough to hug a certain number of people. For the others, they have to get hugs somewhere else. Right? That's the thing with DSJ.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So the thing is with Knox and with Obi and with Frank and with all the players on the team, a rising tide raises all boats. You know what I'm saying? You ain't ever seen a rising tide raise some boats and not others. That's weird. That's unnatural. A rising tide raises all boats. Even Elfrid Payton, who's averaging a career high in points. Even Reggie Bullock, who's having a resurgent career. Julius Randle, who's better than he was last year. RJ Barrett, who's better than he was last year. Mitchell Robinson, who was better than he was last year. You know what I'm saying? And I hate to talk y'all to death. I hate to talk y'all to death on some joints, but some of this stuff some of the narratives we have to kind of clear up. Like Tom Thibodeau don't like rookies. Right? I'm here to tell you that Tibbs is doing an excellent job of sheltering these young players and rookies from themselves and the media.
I can agree with that.
Yeah. My bad, y'all, for talking y'all to death.
No, you good.
I'm listening. I'm getting game right now, but I agree with you. I was trying to read some of the stuff in the chat. Like, listen, some rookies will come in and then they'll have it just like that. Some will. Some is going to take time. We were told before he was drafted, Kevin Knox was a project. You wouldn't know what he was going to be for at least 3 to 4 years.
Right.
And so if you haven't been getting the kind of coaching that would develop a kid that you will find out what he's going to be in 3 or 4 years, then you can't officially call him a bust. I think I like what Tibbs is doing. I wish he would get a few more minutes, but coaches know the players that they have. Like, we're looking from the outside in. And we're like, oh, well, this player should be because they can. But the coach is like, nah, no, they can't. Not yet. Not on a consistent basis.
Right.
This is why I'm giving them what I'm giving them.
Right.
You know, I don't mind. I feel like we're getting a little green because we're doing better than what anyone expected, especially with the roster that we have. So it's like, yo, we need these guys to produce this now because we've got this opportunity to get to the playoffs and do what? Exactly.
Right.
Like we've got some ascending pieces, but we don't have that guy that we can say, okay, in the playoffs, this is the guy that we're really going to lean on and depend on, and that's going to deliver. We don't have those guys just yet. We have guys that are ascending to that point. I think we got to give this thing a little more time with Tibbs. Only thing I can really say I don't like, yo, bro, got to cut down on the minutes on some of these young dudes. Like, but is that an indictment on some of the guys that are on the bench? Like, if they showed more promise, then maybe he'd be more willing to sit guys and give some other guys some minutes. What do you think?
I believe that the that they believe in Knox and Frank and Obi and Quickly and Mitch and RJ. Right. That's a lot of young pieces, right?
Right.
And then this offseason, we'll probably add 2 more young guys. Right. Yeah, I don't believe so. We have 4 draft picks. I don't believe we're going to draft 4 new rookies, and not keep them. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is with Tibbs in the front office, I think you legit had it. It's like so me and Miss Mocha had this friend, a lady. She was in a bad relationship. Dude like to put hands on her, right? And she loved the dude, right? So we're like, hey, you know what I'm saying? You know, you need to get out of the situation, whatever. You know what I'm saying? You know, whatever. You know, not to get into all the terms or whatever. And this dumb girl is like, you know what I'm saying, wanting to get out of that and go right back to dating. Why? Chill out. Get out. Get yourself together. Find out who you are. Get yourself together. And then maybe in a couple years, maybe after you done healed, like emotionally or whatever.
Right.
Then maybe you could start doing, you know, whatever. Nah, I want to get right back in the game, coach. That's Kevin Knox. That's Frank Ntilikina. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yo, just chill out on the situation first for a little bit. Right? Chill out. And remember, you are an NBA player. Despite all the bad stuff you heard about yourself, you are an NBA player, bro. Just chill out, man. Just ride this little wave right here. So what you didn't make the All-Star team? Frank Ntilikina, so what you're not a point guard, right? Just chill out. This year, ride the wave that we on and be happy for your teammates. And then when training camp come, take all the new skills that you learned, and then maybe we could try this thing again next year. But why get out of the frying pan back into the fire? Why? You know what I'm saying? So it's just weird situation, bro. But like I understand what the chat is saying. The chat wants these young kids to play. They want these young kids to play, but this is the same chat though. If these young kids mess up, they're gonna be like, "Oh, he trash." You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is chill out, man. Let these dudes come along slow. So what? The name on the back of the jersey is Burks and Bullock instead of Knox and Ntilikina. So what? Chill out. Root for your team, right? Root for the Knicks. This is the best Knicks team you've seen in a decade.
Definitely.
Right? Just chill out. Knox and Ntilikina ain't going nowhere. They'll be back. And the thing is with a team, I want the team to win. I don't care who on the floor. Right? I don't care who on the floor when we win. Because our goal is to win. Right? Talking about playing the kids. Play the kids. No, man. These kids, y'all played the kids already. They not ready. These dudes they're not rookies. Kevin Knox is not a rookie. Kevin Knox is a third-year player. He's not ready. Let Tibbs rehabilitate him. Frank Ntilikina is a fourth-year player. He's still here. You know what I mean? Damian Dotson is gone. You know what that tells me? That tells me the franchise values Frank Ntilikina, and they didn't value Damian Dotson.
Damian Dotson was better in my opinion.
Right. They valued Frank Ntilikina, and they didn't value Damian Dotson. They didn't value Luke Cornett, who was 23 years old when he left. Right? They didn't value Isaiah, whatever is it, the big blockhead dude that got like
Isaiah Hicks, yeah.
Isaiah Hicks. They didn't value Isaiah Hicks, who got 6 fouls in 90 seconds. They didn't value him, right? They didn't value Terrence Williams. Y'all remember Terrence Williams? Y'all like who?
Oh
yes.
man, he
with
got
the dreads.
No, The dude, he played at Indiana with Victor Oladipo.
He's like a small forward. He's athletic.
Yeah, he was a super athletic small forward. Fizdale brought him over from Memphis when he got hired. They didn't value Terrence. They didn't value him. Right? Frank is still here.
Don't forget Kenny Wooten.
Kenny Wooten is gone, bro. Kenny Wooten is gone. Frank Ntilikina legit survived 4 trade deadlines. And he's still here. And some people think he won't be back this offseason. Y'all wrong. Y'all wrong. The Knicks value Frank Ntilikina. They want him to be here. Morocco Joe was good. Carlos Santiago was good. I see y'all. But then give Tibbs, and I got to wrap up here soon, man. I got to get me some sleep, man. But the thing is, y'all got to let Tibbs work his magic. A rising tide raises all boats. Right?
Yes, sir.
A rising tide raises all boats. You got to let Tibbs nurture Kevin Knox. You got to let him nurture Obi Toppin. You got to let him nurture Frank. You know what I'm saying? You got to let him nurture quickly and RJ and them young boys. You know what I'm saying? We have a talented young core, but we have to let an expert coach do his thing. He ain't going to wave his magic wand and they're going to become all-stars all at once. It just takes some time. Hey, y'all got something y'all wanted to harp on before we wrap up, man?
I'm straight.
One thing I wanted to address in the chat, because someone was saying when you were talking about, Fizdale, cursing out Knox, and it was like, well, Knox comes from football, and he's used to, football coaches being in his face, cursing at him and things like that. That still doesn't make the player any more productive because someone else did it. So therefore, this person should be good at doing it. I played football. My coaches were straight up alcoholics who cursed all the time.
Right.
I mean, spit in your face, cursing, and would do it in front of your mama.
Right.
And for a guy like me, I could take it.
Right.
I remember maybe after high school, I went into basic training and all that. And right before we get on the bus to go to basic training, everybody's telling all their war stories from school. And yeah, I'm good. I used to run track or I played football.
Right.
This basic training ain't going to be nothing. As soon as you pull up in front of the barracks, you have your head in your duffel bag first. So when you get there, you don't even know where you're at. Pull your head out. Someone comes on the bus yelling. When you get off the bus, there's someone yelling. When you go to the left, there's someone yelling.
Right.
There's people telling, don't look at me. Don't look at the ground. Don't call me sir. I'm not an officer. Get over here. Get over there.
Right.
Big Uncle Freezy, that night in those barracks with 63 other men who said they played football and ran track, all I heard was
40 of them were crying.
I want to go home.
Right.
I miss my wife and kid.
Right.
And I'm like, but I said all that to say, like, these are grown men. Some people were 30. Some people were almost to the last year of eligibility to be able to get in the service. Right. These people were crying. The next day we had a PT test. After we did the 2-mile run, 15 people were AWOL.
Right. Right.
Couldn't take it. They buckled under the pressure. They thought they were ready, but they weren't ready. They let these kids come along slow. That's all I said. Uncle Freezy gave a story. I gave a story, and I'm out.
Hey, wait, I got one more thing.
Hey, so what was it feeling like when the drill sergeant jumped on the Bluebird?
Oh, man. I was laughing on the inside because I'm used to this.
Right,
I'm used to this.
Right.
But everybody else was like almost in the verge of tears.
Right. Right. Could you feel so helpless?
Yes.
Right. And so the thing about me was, I did ROTC in high school.
Okay.
And I come from a military family. Okay. A lot of people in my family was in the military. And I had cousins that were like 2 years older than me, 3 years older than me. that had gone through it at an age where I was old enough to understand what they was talking about.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And so I was the track guy, the football player, the basketball player, the athlete, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And so I could understand it. But more so than anything, the experience, I could take it because my cousins and them had told me. He was like, after basic training over with, they're gonna talk to you like you're a man.
Absolutely.
You just gotta make it through basic training. You gotta prove to them that you one of them. You gotta earn it.
Yeah,
right?
like the last couple of weeks before you get ready to graduate, they start to chill out a little bit, you know.
Right. And so what I'm saying is this. And man, please, airborne school. You been in airborne school or you a leg? Science second question. He must be a leg. You must be a dirty, rotten leg.
Wait. Say that again. Oh,
you been to airborne school or are you a leg?
A leg?
Yes. Do you have wings on your uniform or are you a leg?
No.
Okay.
No.
You been to air assault school?
Army.
No, I know. I dig it. What I'm saying is well, let me say this.
Did I go to jump school? Did I get certified for? No, I didn't. No, I didn't. I was a chicken. I'm not gonna lie to you. That was
right. Right. That's what I'm saying. So airborne school dudes are like majors, lieutenants, E7s, E6s, E7s. You know, they go to airborne school to beef up their resume, right? But then when you out there on the field and they do this demonstration, they throw a 180-pound test dummy off a tower that's 1,300 feet in the air, and you standing back like a quarter of a mile. You standing back, right? And they throw the dummy off the tower, and from a quarter mile, you hear the impact of that thing hit the ground, and you can hear the rumbling under your feet, and it just shake you because you like, dang, that's what it's gonna feel like if my chute don't open. You know what I'm saying? You could just see cats all of a sudden. Cats who camo be perfect on their face. They live for this. They boots be spit shine, boy. They've been in the military 8 years. They live for this. But that 180-pound, that 180-pound test dummy hit that ground from 1,300 feet in the air, and you feel the rumbling under your feet from a quarter mile away.
Yeah.
You like, if my chute don't open, that's gonna be me. You could just see the tears coming down past the camo. You know what I'm saying?
Man, that's fair.
You can smell it. And you could smell it too. And see, I'm crazy, in case you can't tell. I'm crazy, right? So when they hit the ground, you know what I'm saying? My adrenaline start flowing. Like, get some! You know, that's what I'm thinking. You know what I'm saying? Dudes that's not crazy, they not thinking get some. They thinking like, I got to get the hell out of here.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
But anyway, I said all of that to say Kevin Knox, Frank, all the young guys, man, y'all try to be patient, man. You know what I'm saying? Try to be patient. Salute to all the veterans in the chat too, by the way. Salute to all the veterans. But and I say that because I mean it too, by the way. I'm not saying it because it's the proper thing to say. I'm saying it because I mean it. Because I know what it's like spending time away from your family.
Yeah.
Extended amounts of time. You in places that you couldn't find on a map. You in places that you couldn't even pronounce until you were sending in formation and Top said that's where you going. And you need to go to such and such field house to get your immunizations ready and do a TA-50 inspection. You know what I'm saying? I know what that feeling is like. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So anyways, man, give Tibbs some time, man. It's only 51 games. Give Tibbs some time to work his magic on Knox. And on that note, man, I'm gonna get out of here because I don't want to talk out of you. Know I will talk you to death if allowed to. You know, shout out to our chat, the Blorange Tears family.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the chat, man. The Blorange Tears family, man, y'all rocking and rolling, man. Y'all rocking and rolling. I swear this chat is the most sincere chat on YouTube, man, because it's a love and a wanting to be together that I don't know if it's other chats like this, but I'm telling you, I don't experience it often, where a group of people legit want to be together because they feel there's this family and a sense of belonging. Like they feel this community. Can y'all feel that? Y'all feel like community, man? Can y'all feel that? This thing about community is real, bro.
Yes.
This thing is this sense of belonging. This Blorange Tears thing is real, right? This Knicks fandom, this fellowship, this thing that we got going on is not just about Knicks basketball. It's about a community. Can y'all feel that? Dutch B, can y'all feel that? Carlos Santiago, can y'all feel that, man? Can y'all feel that sense of us wanting to be together, be together and just hang out and just chop it up? Yeah, chop low. Can you feel that? You feel that? Do you feel that thing, man? Like we legit want to do this every day. You know, we've been doing this before the season started, so this is just not an NBA season thing, right? This is a sense of a whole bunch of people wanting to get together and kick it. If you're not subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button. Share it on your social medias and all that stuff. We're gonna get out of here, man. I ain't gonna talk y'all to death, man. It was great kicking it with y'all. We'll see y'all tonight on the Knicks at Night podcast, man. I'll holler at y'all later.
Absolutely.
Chop low. You want me to play the outro? Chop, you want me to play the out? Here it is right here. Here it is right here, fam.
Peace.
I rank where the view is nothing less than phenomenal. For how I express and project from my abdominal. The only view better, both my daddy and my mama know. No living parents, my sons give me balance. My wife is my serenity, this mic is my identity. The world is foul enough, that's why I write without obscenities. Provoking danger with broken language and spoken anguish. Begging to get hurt, why would you ask to go through changes? Yes, Lord, life's a chessboard, master the angles. Control the tempo, be the one who holds the info. Acknowledge is just as deadly as machete swings. When spoken, the truth is as potent as that Medellin. While others swear the style is free, I just let it ring. Our time is undervalued, soldiers make us better kings. My fans on my shoulder, reaching after better things. Today I take the shot, for them I'd rather set the screen.
My mama told me follow my dreams. My daddy told me get it by any means. Stand tall, make him bow to a king. But I've evolved, you can see the resolve. Look in my eyes when you speaking to God.
Life and for those who be caught up in using what I was taught with the muse, I guess they call it